It says preview stream. Now it says I'm live. So okay. Am I live now?
You're live, bro.
Okay.
I'm watching it. So
this is awesome.
Okay. Yes. Great. Okay. What's up, everybody? Apparently we're live. I'm not calling bullshit on that. I just don't see it as being live because there's a little bit of delay by the way we're doing things. So hopefully you guys are all doing good. I honestly, it's the weirdest thing because I did not think we'd be able to do a show tonight. Like all day, I was trying to get Hangouts to work, and they would not work. I guess it has something to do with Google and the internet and stuff like that. Oh, holy crap! We got a background, and you made it to the Xbox station.
I was waiting to see if you would see it tonight or if you would see it tomorrow.
Thank you, thank you guys. That's pretty damn awesome. That is. Thank you very much. So yeah, like okay. So anyway, wow, that looks amazing.
Told you I'd take care of your crap.
I like that. Yeah. But yeah, so like Google Hangouts weren't working because of internet problems. I guess there was a lot of DDoS and stuff going on yesterday on the internet, and I guess that affected Console Corner last night as well.
Yep. And
so today, every time I went to start one, just in private or whatever, it's like it can't start now. Try later. And so everybody was having this problem, and then like literally like an hour ago, I was like, well, GKB, is there any way we can use like your setup or whatever and get it to work on my channel? He's like, yeah, here's how you do it. And I thought it'd be real complicated, but it ended up actually being pretty damn easy. So yeah, it's like it looks pretty damn good. I'm freaking thrilled about it. You guys are gonna be disappointed when it goes back to normal next week, but yeah, man, it looks good. And here we are. I mean, we're doing a show, so yeah. I'm pretty thrilled about that. And Mooch, you're here.
Yeah, what's buddy, up? I'm here. You guys are just so thrilled about something that was invented like a decade ago. So I was like, holy shit, guys. I'm like, honey, turn the lights on too. Crap wants to see instant on lighting.
Are you watching it? Are you actually looking at the stream right now? Okay.
Yes, I actually, believe it or not, I will be watching the stream live versus I usually hang out in the Hangout. But since the Hangout is a dark, dreary black hole of nothing, I'm going to be watching the show like everybody else. Crap all day today. Crap is probably one of the most, like I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Like he's always like, this ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Can't work. Go home. Tell me if it works. Plug it in. Mine's not working. I'm like, it's going to work. Relax. He's like, no, it's not going to be a show. It's not going to be a show. It's like hanging out with Larry David. So I'm glad we're all here. There's a lot of shit to talk about.
Hey, Crap, someone's like, if it goes back to normal, I'm unsubscribing.
Oh, you're screwed. We got to get Jay Williams. Jay Williams, if you're in here, we need OBS.
Hey, we do. Or, like, if it's not too much trouble, we could just have GKB run it. I mean,
I could do it for you, bro. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want you to go through a bunch of trouble and stuff, but that looks nice. I like that a lot.
Yes. No problemo, bro.
It looks absolutely phenomenal. And GKB, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? I'm glad we got the show working. It was fantastic.
Yeah, you saved my ass, man.
You were freaking out a little bit. I was like, wait, are we having a show? Are we not having a show?
I don't think I was freaking out. I was just like, you know, there's a lot of stuff.
I was freaking out. I was like crossing my fingers and toes and like, is this gonna happen?
Yeah, I did have my fingers crossed and I was like holding my breath there. I was like, come on. Kind of like what I do, like when I watch football, my team's about to make a kick, and I'm literally on my knees, like with my fingers crossed, like leaning in, and as the kick goes in, I go farther and farther forward, and I'm like, yeah, or I'm like, fuck no. I've had both moments happen, but this was a good one, and I appreciate you coming through and saving my ass, and actually offering up to help out because
absolutely,
you didn't have to. So. And we have your wife here, She-Wolf, the first lady of Xbox. What's up?
Hello.
How you doing?
I don't know.
The festive hello.
Yes. Like we have no sound effects, people. So
yeah. I forgot about that.
But yeah, woo! Crickets.
It's like cricket.
Yeah. Oh, wow! She got kicked out. Holy cow! Hello.
Oh, there she goes.
she's still talking too. I'm not gonna tell her she's kicked out yet.
Yeah, she is completely kicked out. But we have Hal Hammer. What's up, Hal Hammer?
Not much. I'm just waiting for this to implode like a rocket on the base, since you're in control of a little bit more buttons than you should.
I only had to press a couple of buttons, and She-Wolf looked like she got ejected the hell out of here. Like,
Probably pressed the wrong button.
I don't know what that is, but hey, while y'all are watching, go ahead and hit that like button, and we got a lot of good topics to talk about today. So
guess round 2.
Oh, hello.
I have no idea what happened.
You got you literally flew out of the room. I don't have any idea what that was all about, but it was pretty interesting.
I don't know. I was just talking away, and then all of a sudden, everything just froze. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little bit glitchy. Hopefully not, though.
No, believe me, the chat will let you know if it is.
Yeah, so, well, that's good. I'm not really watching the chat because I got, like, all kinds of crap open and stuff like that, so, yeah, interesting. Okay, so let's hop right into some topics here. Good news, guys. I know I've been harping on the lack of HDR updates on Xbox One. They did get a couple. Recore is going to become HDR at the beginning of the year, and Elder Scrolls Online is getting HDR support, which means probably Skyrim's right behind it.
Right.
This is pretty good news because developers had been kind of avoiding doing the HDR stuff on Xbox, and like the Don had told me, he said that HDR on Xbox One S is kind of limited because it's true HDR, so it's kind of limited that it has to be based on some kind of DirectX 12 situation, where Sony's is more of like this filter. So, I mean, we'll see. The good news is Final Fantasy 15 is HDR on Xbox One, and that's good. Hopefully we get to see more of that, which means that game must have some kind of DirectX 12 involved. It doesn't necessarily have to be built from the ground up, but it definitely has to have some kind of implementation of it on there. So, very interesting kind of going forward. So, what's your guys' thoughts on this?
I think you're right. I think that the whole thing behind HDR, that like it's a game changer. I'm probably gonna pull the trigger before Christmas and grab one. I was talking to Worry today, and like he picked up a pretty nice set, and I'm looking at the one he grabbed, and I'm also looking at the one Tim grabbed. They're both specs are very similar. I don't know what I'm missing in the HDR world with gaming, because I have 4K, but the TV I bought was just before the HDR sensation. So I'm hoping it's not just a matter of like, you know, you get the HDR. I don't know about you guys, but I hear a sound bar.
Soundbar's not even on. It ain't even on. Hey, everybody, what's happening?
What's up, Bam?
Hey, what's up? It's Def Jam Bam, who
yes.
I had invited him
Bam's
here.
picture looks like he's in HDR.
Yeah, it does.
Like, that was just a last minute thing I did. I was like, let me spice the picture up a little bit.
Yes.
How's everybody doing today?
Good,
it's good, man. Well, thanks for hopping in. Like, here's the thing: I had invited Bam earlier in the week before all the Google Hangout problems, right? So then there were all kinds of problems, and I forgot to invite him. And he sends me a message. He's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Here you go, bro." Yeah. So hey, Bam, thanks for joining us, man. We're talking about that HDR stuff on Recore, and that's coming early next year, and then also on Elder Scrolls Online. So good to see some HDR support, man. Good to see some HDR support.
Damn, look at all this publicity you getting. Console Corner, we had you first, though. Remember that.
Oh, absolutely. when you want to first get your shine time, go to Console Corner first.
That's right.
Then everybody just watch it.
I thought he was on crossover.
No, he was on
Console Corner first.
Oh, all right. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Because you were just, that's right.
So, exposed.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, I wanted to make sure before I hopped in, I wanted to make sure the soundbar was on because I knew Mooch was going to say something.
Make sure that's up loud. Put that shit on high static. Yo, Bam, just a little side note. So this wasn't like a community game night, but it sure as hell turned into one. The other night, Bam, you got to fill me in because that wine was flowing. Listen, I was drinking like crazy that night. We had me, Bam, Livewire, Mr. 100. We had 100. Who else was it? We had there was like 10 people in the damn chat. I don't know who the hell else was there.
Yeah, Matthew was in there too.
Well, of course, Nephew was in there.
And then, even though I'm gonna let me say this on air now. Matthew is my cousin, but Mooch for some reason likes to say nephew. I don't know why, but hey, whatever works, I guess.
So I asked. So we were going over this crap for so long that I asked Matthew. I said, "Matt, do me a favor." I'm like, "I'll give you the $10. I will give you the $10. Change your Xbox name to Nephew, please." And so I think he's still thinking about it. But no, it was a good night. We went all over the place. Crap. We played Titanfall 2. We played Gears 4. We played, I don't know, there was something else we were playing too before that. I don't even know. And it got wild and out. That's for damn sure. That night was wild. My wife was even like, "What are you doing?" It was 2:30 in the morning. I think it was Monday night or something.
Late night.
You guys are partying. But,
that was wild.
Hell yeah! Just kind of the redirect to the stuff. I mean, are you guys happy to see the HDR stuff coming back?
Yeah,
coming
for
around?
me, yeah,
Absolutely.
totally, man. Like HDR is like one of my biggest like features that I wanted. Like 4K is cool and all that stuff, but HDR I think is where it's at. Like at just all those colors and all that kind of stuff, man. That's where I'm at.
Hey, I just want to quickly say happy birthday, Jay. He's in the chat, so.
Jay Williams,
Yeah.
you're the man. I wished him a happy birthday.
Jay Williams.
He's like, damn the internet, and I was like,
Yeah, he was.
I was like, hey, dude, come on, man. Jay Williams does a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, he does.
And
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And he deserves to get the credit for it too. He does. He's always there to help out people in the community and stuff like that. And he also does a really good job with the MNC morning stuff and putting all that stuff together for us. And we're not easy to work with. I can tell you this. He'll be wanting to talk to me or Mooch, and we just like, we're like superstars or whatever. We just don't, we don't reply. We're just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if you had bothered to listen, then this, and this. And we're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, sure thing, whatever. But he, that whole show is really thanks to him and the whole, like he did the whole iTunes setup and stuff like that. So, man, like, yeah, it's really appreciative for everything he does. Happy birthday, man. Hopefully you listen to a lot of Metallica and stuff like that.
Yeah, many, many more birthdays for you, Mr. J.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, absolutely. So like GKB with the HDR stuff, like you guys don't have a 4K HDR TV yet, right?
No, man. Like me and Mooch go back and forth about this all the time. Like he likes to play on a big TV. I like more of the monitor setup. So right now there's currently no monitors in the size that I'm looking at with HDR support right now. So I might have to just bite the bullet and get like a big old TV like Moochie.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm telling you. It was funny. We were going back. I was going back and forth on Twitter the other day with Jay Dell there, who's what is it there? Bites of Chicken, and the gaming director behind God, was it Gear Gauntlet?
Yeah, Gear Gauntlet.
He's like, listen, he's like, I play on this, and I was like, he has an outstanding PC setup. Well, he's like, yeah. This is how I game on television. I was like, no, this is how you game on television. I need a big ass television. I want like 70 inches, 75 inches, 80 inches, couch, places for multiple drinks, and to hang out, man. Like, listen, I work all day in front of a computer. Then 4 days a week we do what? Podcasts.
Yep.
In front of a computer. Yep. That's for 2 hours a pop. So it's like, why do I want to be like, all right, guys, good night, great podcast, everybody, and then just like pick up a controller and stay here in the desk? No. I want to put my fucking feet up and relax. I'll never understand PC gamers. And now it's Scorpio coming closer. Like, Scorpio will never touch PC 1080 75 card XR with the Velcro strap. I don't give a shit. I want to relax. I want to relax. I don't understand.
I literally had this kind of Hellhammer was doing this weird like PC fanboy thing to me yesterday, right? And it threw me off because he's like, yeah, I'll just play everything 120 frames per second. And he's like doing all this shit, right? I was like, yeah, bro, well, I just got off Madden. Can I play? I was like, you get me Madden 17 on that and I'll switch to PC right now. And he's like, well, we don't need Madden. And, he was like doing all the PC fanboy stuff where he's like, I was like, well, what if I want to play Destiny or Halo 5? He's like, those games suck. You know what I mean? It was just like he had all these retarded excuses, and I was like, "Oh man!" Like sometimes I forget that his nickname's Trollhammer. Like he just says shit to like get to you or whatever because he's all like, "Yeah, man, you should play on the PC Master Race. I get all these games on Steam." And I'm like, "Dude, you get like fucking 100 games for $5, but you never play them." You know what I mean?
I got 380 games on there right now.
Damn.
Oh, that's a lot. But how many do you play?
About 5.
That list went down real quick.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Shiwa, if you got anything on the HDR, or you don't really care.
Hardware triggered.
Yeah, that too.
Shiwa.
I'm not talking about hardware.
Cricket.
I was like, what?
That's hardware.
I was sitting there looking for like the friggin' sound effects, but
there's no sound effects.
So. I'm like, we don't have any, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, there's no. You can just say crickets. But the good news is, guys, the report suggests, even though there's a lot of conflicting reports, Xbox One won Black Friday, while PS4 won Cyber Monday. But still, here's the thing: the Black Friday stuff shows Xbox One was #1. But PS4 wasn't in the top 5, whereas the Cyber Monday stuff, PS4 was technically number 1 according to this, but Xbox One was number 2, and Xbox One sold an amazing 1 every 15 seconds. Woo!
Oh yeah, I seen that article earlier. I was like, wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Here's the thing: people are gonna go, "Who cares about sales?" Well, you know what? You know the people who are saying, "Who cares about sales?"
Sony.
Yeah, well, the Sony fans. Yeah, they're all like, they cared about them damn sure enough the first 3 years, right, folks? Am I right?
Absolutely.
Come on, give me an amen. Come on.
Give me
amen.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Like, Mooch, tell me about this, man. I know you got a lot of strong feelings about this stuff because me and you are both of a mind that think that Microsoft's going to take it, even though at first we maybe weren't.
Well, here's the thing. I think that Microsoft is definitely going to win November. I really do think that. Now, how do you base it on? People were saying that the reports from the 1st of November to the 24th, Sony had a smidgen of a lead in NPD, but we know that that's probably only like 20,000, 30,000. The numbers that come out of Black Friday are astronomical, and they're more than anything that Cyber Monday usually does. So even though Sony won Cyber Monday and Sony may have had a smidgen of a lead early in the month, I think Microsoft still took it by having Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, and Target, and I think there was another one, all went to Xbox. That's major. That's major. That's wiping out floor inventory, okay? The other thing is this. We're forgetting something. Even if Microsoft loses, the fact that it's this close when Sony had 3 pieces of hardware, they had the Slim, the Pro, and the VR, and you're still only going to win by a hair, it's still a victory for Microsoft. That's why Microsoft executives are tweeting. They're excited because they're like, we sold a shit ton of Xbox Ones.
Yeah. I saw Aaron Greenberg retweet an article about winning Black Friday, which this is the thing. They won Black Friday, and that thing was according to the digital sales of Black Friday. Right. But they also, according to that other thing, won like the physical, like going out to the store, buying a thing. So, I mean, Black Friday is really the busier day because you can get these things 2 different ways. You can buy them in the store or you can buy them online. And a lot of places, like Cyber Monday is basically Black Friday, but online only. You know what I mean? So, and Microsoft ran those deals, and so did Sony. They're both going to do insane numbers. But I just think that for the lull factor, it's going to be funny to see, some men just want to watch the world burn, like when PS4 loses November, right? I mean, that's going to be a big blow. And, like, for me personally, like, you know how Tim Dog is always like, well, I'm not sweating the NPD. I'm not either because by all rights, Sony should win, right? But if they don't, when they don't, that's going to be huge because there's a big mayonnaise party and I'm throwing it. All over.
I'm still waiting for that image. I still want to see that. Like,
what up, Firefox? Yeah, I'm waiting for her to like volunteer.
Yeah, I want to see that white rhino and then like a little fox with a paintbrush with a jar of mayonnaise beside it.
It's going on the wall.
I just think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious. So anyway, like GKB, what do you think about the sales thing? I know you're not a big sales guy, but still, like you guys are more Xbox fans, and it's good to it's got to be nice to see that nobody thought that Xbox would come back the way it has. Like even if you're not a sales guy, just to see it, like nobody thought that it would win NPDs like this or anything, and it's just like really good.
Yeah, I mean, I've stated multiple times I'm not a sales guy or anything like that. I mean, when I care about the sales is with games because I want, sequels and all that kind of stuff. That's when, the sales count for me. But it's really awesome, man. It goes back to, like, E3 with Phil, announcing the Slim and all that stuff and, and the check marks, I mean, people want to say it was, like, poking fun at Sony and everything, but they were legitimately telling the truth what they had. And that, like, simple message of, hey, we got this, and this, and they're pumping it out there on all the marketing and everything, and it's working, and it's paying off, man. Like, month after month, they're winning NPDs, and that's great. Like, we want both of these companies to do good and have good competition. That just works out for all the gamers, right? So
they do. Like that's the thing, right? I want PlayStation to be around and to do better. Did you guys see that shit PlayStation Plus lineup? That thing's got like 12,000 dislikes. Like, how do you do that?
What was the games? Because I didn't see
Invisible and
some shitty indie, and then some indie shitty.
Never mind. If it's indies, don't even waste your breath telling me about it.
Careful. Careful with that. Bam, I'm with you. But you're going to trigger GKB.
I will say, Stories does look kind of cool to me.
Oh, okay. But
I like those
that's not
indies,
the
though.
GKB. That's not going to be a reason to get a PlayStation.
Oh,
4,
absolutely
right?
not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Of course, that is the exact reason to get a PlayStation.
Hyperlight
But
Drifter might be a reason.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh, boy.
technically, no. If you already own it on the
I will
Xbox
play it on
One,
everything.
why would you?
I will play it on everything.
well, isn't one of those games? Isn't one of those games like a phone game, Hellhammer? I thought you were telling me it's like a phone game.
Yeah, that Tiny Ops or whatever the hell it is basically was a cell phone game before that.
Yeah. So basically they're giving you phone game, even on the PS3. Like the PS3 probably has like over 1,000 game library, but they're giving you like these little Tiny Ops phone games. Like that to me is unacceptable. And they damn well, I said it, like I tweeted out, I was like, it's happening. People are starting to really like flip out over this shit, right? Like they upped the price of it and they're not giving you anything in return for that. Plus it's down still like a tremendous amount of the time. So I think that those are all things working against Sony. And then you have the holidays coming up. You know
That's
what I
my
mean?
thing,
And
crap,
what
is like, you know, it's like
Oh
Christmas
man,
is coming up.
PSN being down, that's lies and slander, dude.
Yeah, I mean, with the holidays and everything, and like, you usually want like some good games to come out, like, you know, for the free ones and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That
like
list,
for me,
that list could have been a lot better.
Absolutely.
yeah. That's all I'm saying is like they can do better. It's not that I want Sony out of business or anything like that. I do want them to have a little bit of humility, you know, and because I feel like everybody should get that every once in a while. Like the best thing in the world, and I don't know who will agree with me, was what happened to Microsoft at the beginning of the generation.
Yeah.
Right. If that hadn't happened, we wouldn't have what we have now. And so if Phil or Eric or whoever listens to some of these, I know some people do. You know what I mean? They probably will agree. You know, you can't sit there and dictate what people want to them. You have to listen to gamers. You know what I mean? We want backward compatibility. We want, you know, good games, a strong online service, you know, elite controllers, all this kind of stuff. And so they listen and give us that. Sony, on the other hand, they just seem to, it goes in one ear and out the other. Like, how long has people been asking for the ability to change
names?
name? Yes.
Yeah.
See?
Speaking of
Def Jam Bam on top of it.
Pat, man, we got the Skyrim Oblivion.
Yeah, we got Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Yeah,
so that a lot of people are really excited about that, like tremendously excited. I guess that kind of does go into a good little rant. Okay,
That's a shame too, because you figured 10 years later and you still can't change your name on a PlayStation. I don't understand that.
Just going back to the PlayStation thing, Def Jam, like Def Jam Bam. Do you have a PlayStation or any PlayStation?
PlayStation. What is the system you speak of? I have an Xbox. Xbox gives me everything I need. I'm good with that. Now, maybe PlayStation come out with a game or something later that gets my attention. Maybe I'll get one, but I'm not in a rush for one.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Like that's good. Like me.
But for the players, though, from what I'm hearing,
I was kind of an idiot, man. I just one day just bought it, and then you know what I mean. And the other one or whatever. Hellhammer was the same way, but Hellhammer got rid of his. It was like I must have put 4 hours into that thing.
Yeah, I did. It was probably closer to
pretty
6.
much.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. There's that, but like wow, like Mooch, just regarding like this sales stuff again. Like,
Mooch
what are your
out.
thoughts? What's that?
Mooch dropped out.
Did Mooch drop out?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Mooch. No, now I got.
think Yoshida might have kidnapped him. He got kidnapped. Oh man, come back,
as long
Mooch.
as I don't drop out, I should be good. Yeah, man, this thing. Oh my God, I'm fingers crossed.
There he is.
Okay, what's up, Mooch?
Man, I tell you, something is really just. I couldn't talk for a while. Then my computer locked up. I was like, holy shit! Everything went white screen. Not the computer, but like just the hang.
We thought Yoshida had kidnapped you or something.
Oh no! Yoshida would not kidnap the Mooch. That's one thing for certain. I would talk his ass to death, and he would be like, "Return him! Return him!"
Return it.
He would pay us to take him back.
Yes. There's no way.
Shit.
There's no way that would work out.
Pretty much.
Oh God.
So Mooch.
Yes.
I want to ask you something. Okay. So Pete Hines, your new personal hero.
Yes, my friend. We have a
Bethesda-
poster of him in the house. Yes.
Yes. The Bethesda developer who tweets out yesterday that Oblivion's added the backwards compatibility on Xbox One, and then you had PlayStation 4 fans like flip out on Twitter, right? And then so Pete Hines basically responded, "That's a Sony problem. They don't have backwards compatibility. Xbox does."
He said that.
Yeah, this guy said that, and then somebody else was getting really kind of being a dick to him, and he's like, take that condescending nonsense elsewhere. You know, it's not my problem. You know.
Now, see, what we should do as Xbox gamers is everybody should screen capture that with that one Sony fan went insane and send it to Yoshida and say, this is what your fans do. Like what everybody does. Like the minute anybody that's on any podcast for Xbox has a comment, the minute there's a comment, they're like, Phil, look what your children are doing. And it's like, what the fuck? I mean, I think Zaire says it all the time. We're not anyone's child. We can say whatever we want. But like these guys, the Sony guys go off and they cry and they do all this nonsense. NeoGAF's built to absorb the tears. And like you have this entire system built in, but nobody ever screen caps any of these people crying and sends it out to people or anything like that. No, there's more Sony crybabies than anything out there. But yet, like, you guys don't remember. Let me refresh everybody, bring you back to May 2016 when IGN gave Uncharted 4 an 8.8. That's right, folks, an 8.8. So they had to cry. Well, they cried and cried and cried until IGN was like, oh, that's where I left that point too. And they fucking put it at 9 because they had to shut people up. But when Microsoft people and fans are like, wait a minute, you screwed over Quantum Break. Quantum Break was a great game. It doesn't deserve a 7.5. It doesn't deserve an 8. They're like, shut up, Xbox fans. Here you go again, crying. So we can't ever say anything to these precious reviewers, but the Sony fans can say whatever they want. That's why this guy's my new hero. He actually, for once, which he probably got demoted at his job, by the way, because he's Sony fans. The poor guy took a hit for the team. He's our modern-day Jesus. You know, I mean, honest to God, he went out there and took a hit for the Xbox guys and said, you know what? Take your emotions somewhere else. Get out of here. Everybody else who's a developer, what do? Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. I didn't mean it. We'll fix it for you, Sony fans. Everything's always an apologetic thing with Sony fans. But for Xbox people, it's stop crying. Go back and play a game. You don't like the way a dev's talking to you? Give him $60. Play his game. I love how people say that all the time. But no, they changed the game. We don't like it anymore. Stop it, Mooch. Just buy it. What? I mean, what the fuck is that? Like this guy, you know? I mean, it's crazy, but nobody in the Sony world's doing a video on the 4 nuts that went crazy at this developer. Anybody putting their in the video and sending it to 1 million people? No, right? No, only us guys. We're the nuts. We're crazy.
Hey, dude, I get people trying to still tattletale me to Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh my God. They're like, remember that time crap where Phil Spencer owned you? Yeah. And I was like, no, actually, I don't.
Like, no, I don't remember that. I remember stating my opinion like you did yesterday.
Yeah, I remember getting I remember getting about 1,000 Twitter followers off of that.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I remember doing a podcast.
That was that time you canceled that game because somebody else could play it.
I did not cancel the game because somebody else could play it.
Canceled your pre-order. Exposed.
See, can you guys imagine what living with Hellheimer's like? Seriously?
Must be fun.
Seriously. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah, this is you canceled your game. Or he'll be like, oh, never mind, I'm not going to get into that awards bullshit. But
that's not why you showed up on that award show.
I didn't fucking show up on the award show, jackass. Any fat guy
brotherly love, gotta love it.
So, so basically this Pete Hines guy, he's my personal hero. He finally stands up a little bit because, you know, basically he's getting berated. And in the same way that who the hell is the guy PS4 bust from Titanfall? What the hell is his name, Mooch? Yeah, Vince Ampello, right?
Vince.
Like he was getting that shit too. Oh, you don't love PS4? And then he's like, no, I love PS4, guys. It's the greatest fucking thing ever. PS4. I'm totally gonna put the next game on PS4. It's not my fault, guys. It's not. You know what I mean? Like that's what this bitch did. Like Pete Hines was just like, no, I don't play that shit. You know what I mean? And Sony's the one that doesn't have backwards compatibility. Go talk to them. It's not my problem. You know, Microsoft has it. They approved it, and that's the end of the thing. You know that? I mean, that's the fucking end of the line. Like GKB, what are your thoughts, man? Jump in here.
Yeah, like social media is like a crazy thing, man. Like we live in a day and age where everybody just wants to cry and bitch about every fucking stupid little thing and like tattletale on everybody. It's fucking crazy. But you know, hats off to Heinz there, man. Like he literally just came out and just said the truth. He said what he felt, and honestly, what is the truth? Like PS4 doesn't have backwards compatible. Xbox does.
And the guy couldn't handle the truth, just like that movie, right? Like
you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Pretty much.
I stand up on a wall and guard your freedom all the time.
Like, hey, you know what? And you know what? That's actually shocking too that a developer actually came out and defended Xbox. That's a shock because we don't get that a lot. But now we're starting to get that, so that's good. About time.
It could be a sign of like, you know, maybe the tides are getting more even and stuff like that, instead of like, you know, it's all one-sided and stuff, which is good. Like we were saying before, like it's all good for the community and for the gamers and stuff like that. And then like if they're treating everybody fair, and I really want to start seeing some stuff with these reviews and stuff changing as well, because that's just a shit show still. But
oh no, we're gonna be waiting a while for that. So we'll just have to take the compliments for now.
Damn,
as far as the review goes.
You gotta have faith, Def Jam. Come on, man. You gotta have faith.
Yeah.
Faith.
We got faith, all right.
Yeah, come on. She-Wolf, what are your thoughts, man? Are you happy that? Yeah, I just called her man for some reason. But what are your thoughts on you know, a developer finally sticking up a little bit for Xbox, saying, hey, you know what? That's not Xbox's fault. We don't have a deal with them. It's Sony's fault. The reason why you're not getting this game backwards compat.
It's nice to see, just for the fact that. It's okay. It's not even just the fact that it's the whole Xbox thing. It's more or less the fact that someone is actually standing up and saying something that the media doesn't just want to hear, and that's what I'm actually really happy and glad to be, you know, a gamer because of developers and stuff like that are willing to stand up for, not for the fact of any game in particular, but for the fact of, this is not his fault. This is not his doing. He didn't do it. Go yell at the person that did do it. Regardless of which system it is on, it's just the fact that he's like, no, it's not my problem. If you want to go bitch at someone, go bitch at the person that's not allowing us to do anything on their system. And that's what needs to be done. But because of the media and how biased they hold everything, people tend to stay hush, and they don't tend to stand up for what they really believe in, and they just tend to coddle any words or anything they say. They walk on eggshells almost around Twitter, and it's pathetic because you should be able to say what you want when you want, and it's the fact that this developer came out and said that makes you proud of what you're standing behind in the first place.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I did a video today, sort of calling out a specific developer as well. And like the first comment, I always like leave the first comment. I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can pin your comment now. Like, so it's the first one on top, right? So like I always do that with my own comments. And I'm like, look, we're not that meek group of Xbox fans from 2013 where everybody was cowering and like there was only next gen up there getting 5,000 dislikes a video. You know, this is 2017 almost. Xbox has fought back, and they're doing a much better job for the gamers, and there's no reason not to speak your mind. We should be getting fair treatment. We should be getting you know, developers doing their best to do what they can with the hardware provided. It's not like we haven't seen good developers get the most out of the Xbox. You know, not necessarily even with resolution, but with all this other stuff, with like not including HDR or some of this other stuff. You know what I mean? Or just by calling it the X-Bone. I mean, geez, that's like a derogatory as hell in my opinion. I like cringe when I see that. I'm like, it's almost 2017, and you got this whole subsect of asshats they call it the X-Bone still.
The X-Bone.
Yeah, and that's coming from a developer being so disrespectful. You're supposed to be professional.
Exactly.
When you're a developer, a publisher, you know, any kind of studio head, you should always think about one thing, and that's money. And these guys, they clearly have an agenda. That's an agenda. Everybody knows that's a slang term that nobody likes to use. If the Xbox community if we were using it, fine, then it's up for grabs. Nobody, not one person that writes me or talks to me ever makes that abbreviation, and they know that that's a slang comment because Larry Herb came out like the first 3 months it came out, the system came out, and he said that's a term that we don't use, and we will never refer to our console that way. I don't personally care for it. So when a developer comes out and says, you know, a lot of people always get a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying sometimes. I usually think I'm saying it very clear. When I say I'm not buying a game for X reason. That's first of all, that's me saying I'm not buying a game for some reason. People misunderstood. I never said I was boycotting Titanfall 2. I said I was waiting for the vault. I happened to, by the good graces, get a free copy, and I'm very grateful to that person. I've said his name a million times, so he told me to stop saying it a million times. But I said thank you a million times. So I will play the game. I was always going to play the game.
You just weren't going to pay the ridiculous price for it.
That was my whole thing. I said I will not give Vince and Pella 1 red cent, and I didn't. And what I'm going to say again here, though, now this is a horse of a different color. I will not play for free, play on the vault, or anything that game of Rust. So if you want to call that boycott, you can. I will not give that man $1. If you're going to mimic and insult the consumer that's paying you, and he knows that's vulgar, and you know why? You go, well, no, Mooch, maybe that's just what he calls it. Well, maybe he's under a rock and he didn't hear that was bad the past 3 years. Fine. He's also not giving HDR support to the platform of choice. So he's also not giving me so forget it. You don't like. So first of all, if you look past the insult, he's also not giving me the product. So
you know what
either way, he's not getting my money.
Before you like jump too far into that, just the wording itself. When you hear that, even though I know everyone's like, oh, it's just XB and then 1. Well, okay, so if you want to write it shorter, wouldn't it just be XB and then the number 1? Wouldn't that be the shorter term to this?
I had an argument. I had an argument with somebody on Twitter, She-Wolf, with the same thing. They're like, I use it in an abbreviation. I said, if you are short on characters, type X and the number 1. We get it. We get it.
Like, how can someone please tell me this back in their head and tell me how it does not come off sounding like it's an insult in any way, saying X-Bone? Like, let's be honest, really.
Yeah, it is. Very unprofessional.
Yeah,
it is. These are developers and the media. Like, I've heard media people call it the goddamn X-Bone. Like, seriously. And here, so for those to deviate just from what we're talking about there, here, this guy, he made this game called Rust. It's on PC, and he's talking about it. He's like, it's on Unity engine. He says, we're looking into putting it on consoles. Performance isn't where we want it to be on PC. So on the X-Bone, we'd either have to make it look really shitty or ship it with 15 frames per second. We don't want to do either of those. So we're not going to release a port until we can satisfy that. Plus, X-Bone has a bunch of security requirements with dedicated servers. We'd have to hand our code to Microsoft and pass some bullshit tests. If it comes out on any console, it'd be the PS4 first. For some reason, their renderer on Unity outperforms the X-Bone version, and they don't really have these security requirements with their online.
Oh, I'm sorry. They want.
I'm
sorry. They want the online version to work and not have any issues. My bad. They're just testing and make sure everything works fine.
Hey, yeah, and plus they don't want people like hacking their shit or whatever. You know, you want to test it like, damn, who would imagine that, right?
Right.
Like, Jesus. And if he like hammers the part home, oh, X-Bone. It's like nails on a goddamn chalkboard to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, to me, it's like so disrespectful. Like, I don't, and I know a lot of people would be like, who cares? But
that's
I don't know.
Coming from a developer who's making a game for the PC for like, the past year or two, and they still haven't fucking, they still haven't got it to where it runs on a PC with super powerful hardware more than 30 frames. So I mean, they're a half-assed dev anyways. It's still in early access on Steam.
It honestly boggles my mind that a developer that works with computers, builds video games, understands code and all that and that type of stuff, but makes really stupid comments about networking and security and just making belligerent
because nobody
stupid
knows security because everybody's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's just the most retarded thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, why would you even say that, dude?
I don't know. Like, Hellhammer, are you a big fan of calling it the X-Bone? Because he'll joke around with me and call it that, and he knows it pisses me off.
No, I think it's stupid. I mean, that's not even a good. I mean, look, basic fact of the matter is that nobody's going to confuse this with an original Xbox. If you're talking in a conversation and say the Xbox, people automatically assume the Xbox One. And if you're typing it, it's much faster to type X1 or XB1 or whatever the fuck you prefer over top of X-Bone, which is literally the same amount of characters.
Holy crap, we got 400 watching live. That's awesome. Hey, all you 400 Xbox fans, crapaholics, hit that like button. Hell yeah, give us that like, man. We're rocking it. And also
and I'm thumbing too.
Yeah, give me them thumb-ins. And in case you guys are joining late, GKB is running, kind of doing the producer thing on this episode. That's why we got that fancy background and everything. So yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
kick-ass. Yeah, it looks nice.
You
man. I
can
like
go
it.
vote on the Video Game Awards for the best producer, and GKB is in there, by the way.
Yes, GKB
Wow.
is
Throw that on
in
there,
there.
Shameless plug.
Nice. I like how you slid that on in there, GKB.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Like we're actually using. We were joking around about this pre-show. We're using like this backdoor method for the Google Hangout.
Yeah, backdoor,
And
bro.
yeah, it's like a backdoor method, and
Backdoor
yeah,
it.
so we're backdooring it, Hershey highwaying it, if you will. And,
Oh wow,
Oh boy.
going down. Yeah,
So-
but I'll be shocked when a developer come out one day and say, "Well, we couldn't get this on the delay station because the power wasn't up to par." But I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. No.
Yeah, you know what? Like this Rust developer, and here's the thing, right? I don't want to, because I guess I underestimate some of the reach that I guess I have and we all have collectively. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people like, and it wows me because we hear a lot of the feedback on M&C Mornings, which M&C Mornings every Sunday. Yeah, so we get to. We get to hear a lot of the feedback, and people are like, man, you guys really speak up for the community. And people have been tweeting me that, like, hey, crap, thanks for calling out this developer or whatever, or, you know, thanks for calling out these the Video Game Awards. And I want to make it clear real quick that I don't want people to boycott the Video Game Awards. I want people to watch it.
Watch
Right?
it, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Just if they really screw over Xbox in the Video Game Awards, what I want you guys to do is just, you know, in a calm, collected, mature way, to voice your opinions to Jeff Keighley and them, that we would like a little bit fairer process with how they pick these games and things like that, because that's going to get you much, much further than being an asshole and just be like, F you, F your damn award show. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, that's how the PlayStation fan base would handle that. And I'm of the opinion that the Xbox fan base is much better. Flat out, they're much better. And you know, and they know it. You know, it's like that Globo Gym. We're better than you, and we know it. You know, I mean, the
much.
Xbox fans are they're class acts. And I'm not saying there's no decent PlayStation fans, but for the most part, all the ones I run into are just ass buckets that like to do like weird stuff, like put your pictures on naked bodies, and you know.
Yeah, you don't catch
Yeah,
this is
Xbox
crazy, bro.
people doing stuff like that. I
I've
mean,
never-
who's going to take
and
the
if
time
I-
to do all that anyway?
Dude,
Like,
and
come
if
on
I saw an Xbox guy doing that, I'd unfollow him and block them just as fast, because that's weird.
Mhm. Pretty
Don't
much.
be weird. Like, that's the number one thing. It's don't be weird.
Yep.
Stop being so goddamn weird, people. Damn.
That's what the internet gets you. Weirdos.
Weirdos, yeah.
Hey, but that's what happens when you don't got no games. You sit around and make
Yeah, you gotta do
expose
something.
pictures and stuff. Yeah, you gotta get past time somehow. So
Hell
I guess
yeah.
that's the way to go.
Yeah, so I mean, just don't be weird. Be cool. You know what I mean? Be cool. That's all.
You sound like that scene in the goddamn Pulp Fiction movie. Say it. Say it with me. Are you cool? I'm cool. No, say it. Say it slower. Are we cool? We're cool.
Mooch, I know you got your Swami hat on, right?
Absolutely. It's always
PlayStation VR sales expectations reduced
Yikes!
to under 750,000. I know what you're thinking, people. While 750,000 is pretty good, that's down from 2.6 million,
Yep.
which was what
Yikes.
they were saying.
That's
That's
what they told their investors. Yeah.
yes, that's a huge decline, and they're saying under 750,000. I'm going to go one above that. I'm going to say it's going to be much lower than 750,000.
Yeah.
That was just a mark that they're trying to make themselves look better. They know this thing is doomed. Mooch, what do you think about this VR and the lowered expectations?
Well, I'll tell you what I think about it. One of the first arguments where one of the head neutrals thought that they actually were putting their foot down, being like, VR is not a fad. Well, now we know that his channel's a fad and also VR is a fad. The problem is that, listen, anybody that's been gaming as long as majority of the people on this this actual panel and everyone we talk to, we know that that's just not something that the mass media is going to want. Okay, listen, right in front of me, literally, no joke, 8 feet in front of me, I have a Virtual Boy that I still have. Okay, it is right there on a shelf. I'm looking at it. Listen, it might as well be in a museum. My point being is it's there. It's the same size in the front of your face as the VR. And my kids, we plugged it in, we tried it out. I'm like, here, guys, try this out. This is the old Virtual Boy. Try it out. And they're like, wow, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. They took their face off of it like 2 seconds later, put it back on the shelf. It will never move again. My point being, so listen, I'm not comparing Virtual Boy's technology to that, but I'm putting the apparatus you have to put on your head in comparison to that, and it's very similar. There's no way hardworking American men and women want to come home and put that fucking thing on their head at 9 o'clock at night once they get done doing all the shit, mow the lawn, take care of this, take the garbage out, put the kids out, do the homework with the kids, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, you know what I want to do, honey? I want to forget you're here and fucking put this shit on my head. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't work. Okay, it does not work. Even more people are trying to play either couch co-op or playing single-player games like Final Fantasy with their better half so that they're actually enthralled together, even if the missus is not really into it. At least it's a story. You can't just disappear. You can't just disappear for fucking 7 nights in a row. You know, so like my point being is it's a fad. Listen, okay, I'll give you another example. This year, that's the 2016 Chia Pet. Okay, it's a fucking fad.
Oh my gosh.
2016 Chia Pet.
Chia.
Listen, people go, Mooch, you're full of shit, dude. I bought one and I love my experience. When's the last time you played it? Oh, like a month ago. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's playing it. They don't even talk about it on PS I Love You, XOXO, Colin and Greg Kiss. My point being is, I don't know what they don't even talk about it on that show. That's only about PlayStation. Like, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Mooch, come on. You know you're excited to come home and play rigs and Office Simulator.
There is rigs.
Come on.
There is
They got rigs. They got rigs.
Mooch, you know what's funny? I kept seeing these deals for all the PlayStation VR games. Right? They're like $15 now.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
never.
Like
and
$5.
people were like, "This is PlayStation's Connect." Screw that. Connect was a huge success. It broke the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, but Connect didn't have rigs.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Connect didn't need rigs. Come on, man.
It didn't have rigs.
You need rigs, man.
This is good because look, this thing's gonna drop in price like a bomb, man. This thing's gonna be like $199, and then people might buy it. You know what I mean?
I can't wait for this thing to drop in price and for somebody to come up with a hacked way to use it on a PC.
Well, you can use it to to play PC games. Just
I mean,
VR
actually,
games.
has it be recognized as a VR title or like a VR game?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like,
I'll be damned. I'll be damned if
your
I go and drop $600 on a Vive.
GKB, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, much less than expected. Did you get the idea, like the same kind of idea that I get, GKB? Like, the media and all these people were really pumping up the expectations of this thing, pumping it up.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
Now they're,
I mean,
pulling back on it.
We talked like I don't know how many podcasts, man. Like we were all saying it's a fad, and and everybody would come back with like Mooch was saying it's an experience, and then I was like, well, taking a shit's an experience. Climbing Mount Everest is an experience. It doesn't mean I want to do some of those things, but yeah, like it. I tweeted out like an article I was reading about the sales being down, and honestly I was kind of surprised because usually, I mean, even though it's VR, like new tech usually does well over the holidays. They usually sell a butt ton. But when we were going around like shopping and looking around and stuff too, man, like every Joe Schmo like manufacturer has a VR headset out there. Like the $100 ones for like your phones, and it's just like so oversaturated. And I think people were just on this hype of VR, and it really didn't take off, or they weren't listening to the gamers and the people that it really mattered to do well, because nobody was really interested in it. Yeah, there's the niche group and all that kind of stuff, but other than porn, I don't really see it going much further than that.
I mean, that's
GKB, let me just interrupt real quick because I do want to tie in what GKB just said. That actually was a good point. We talked about it on BGST the other night, and Tim was saying that like a lot of the games nowadays just kind of feel like cookie cutter, right? So Watch Dogs 2 and all these other types of games that are like Mafia, they're really just what? GTA clones. And you have all these other games that you're like, oh my God, this is like COD. That's like COD. Hey, that's like COD. Everything's like COD. My point being is this. When people saw VR's capability or possibilities, people love to latch their lasso onto the next big star, whether it's hype or it's just build
see if it's
up,
lightning in a bottle kind of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what happened was you have the media, which a lot of the media is big corporation people, not IGN, but IGN's parent company, and these other people all invest in VR, right? If Facebook invested in VR, a lot of other billion-dollar companies did too. So what happens? It's called trickle-down economics. People just push the word, and hopefully you pray to God people
and they're like,
buy.
Facebook is doing it, so we got to do it too because Facebook's doing it,
So the problem is it's all false hype. And unfortunately, it takes a couple of people to walk around with a bunch of fucking smelling salts and be like, dude, oh, nobody, fucking, some people just wake up and they're like, holy shit, that is a piece of garbage. Yes, it is a piece of garbage. Like, and in all honesty, it really, really is. Now, does that mean in 2025 or 2027, VR isn't going to be amazing? I'm not saying that.
I don't know even if it is then like either, Mooch, because we have AR, with the HoloLens, and I'm not like
AR's
preaching.
the future.
Yeah, I think it is too as well. I'm on that train, but
yes.
But for VR to do well, and I argue with Rin and a whole bunch of other people is to get it to gamers, even if it's mobile or whatever, you need that killer game, that killer app, or whatever it is to push it. Just like Halo with the Xbox and all that kind of stuff. And they didn't.
Yeah, you need something to push the hardware, or else there isn't.
They had like half conceived.
No, instead
games
they have
and
annoying people who like walk up to you when you're looking at something else to try to buy one.
And that's the thing too, is like they were pushing the whole social aspect of it. VR is not really social. You're putting a helmet on your head and you have no interaction with really anybody around you. You can't even see them. So there's no social aspect really to be had there at all.
Yeah,
it's really, really bad. And I'm sorry, Crap, I know you're going to chime in right there, but I watched about an hour of the Giant Bomb 5-hour extravaganza when the VR was out. And
they really weren't impressed with
their
it.
No Man's Sky extravaganza.
But people looked crazy on there. They're like, the guy's trying to put the thing together, and he's like, dude, I mean, they did it for 5 hours. I watched about an hour of it, and they were like, no. He's like, no. He's like, well, move the thing over, and he's like, what? He's like, no, move the thing over. He's like, what? It was like, I swear to God, it was like watching Dave Chappelle when he was making fun of Lil Jon. He's like, yeah. No, he's like, what? And they're like, no. He's like, no, move the block to the left. What? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, who the fuck wants to come home to this?
Funny thing is, I'm sitting here like reading the chat while you guys are talking.
Sorry, Crap.
And like, majority of people, they all say the only thing that VR is going to be good for is if they bring porn to it.
Yeah,
that's
like,
it.
That's pretty bad.
Day one for that. Come on. I mean, that's the only
sex
reason.
sells, so yeah, that'll be it for that.
That like,
hell yeah.
Hey, it's already getting big in Japan because of that.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
I still think this VR, I think the VR and all that was just rushed. I say maybe 15, 20 years down the line. Yeah, but now
I've been saying this forever, right? Like VR has been around. This isn't a new concept by any means, right?
Hey, hold on. Hey, guys,
late 80s.
we got somebody who's that? What's the name of the person that's actually in courtrooms that like dictates everything you say? What is it called?
Stenographer.
We got a stenographer in the chat. Kenny,
what the hell is that?
That's Bam's soundbar.
Damn.
I don't got no soundbar.
I'm only kidding. Yo, so Kenny 3000 goes, Crab and Mooch have said they would buy Microsoft VR day one. Lols. Listen, this guy here. Listen, hey Kenny G. Listen to me for a second. Kenny 3000. That's not what we said. Crap had asked, I love how everybody loves to put words in our mouth. Crap had asked, do you think would you grab this thing if it was like a sweet spot of $199? And I said, you know what? If this thing was $199 and the games were all cheaper, it's worth the quote unquote experience. Because I mean, $200, dude, people are buying consoles every 15 seconds at $215, Kenny G. Listen to me for a minute. Before you get back to your oboe.
That's that Kenny G.
Even though he's fucking Kenny 3000, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Listen, people are willing to extinguish $200. No one's willing to put $600 out to fucking pick up a thing and put it into a fucking round ball, or to juggle on Tumblr, or to pretend you're like losing down a street in San Francisco, like
playing Job Simulator.
Yeah, exactly. These guys don't seem to understand like what we say. Like, don't just put words in our mouth. Like, you have to actually know and watch the episode. You can't just be like, I saw half of a tweet. Gotcha, Mooch. This guy.
He slipped up. I mean, come on. Really?
I was all calm in the beginning of this show. I'm all fucking, now I'm lit.
I would love to see
it's over now.
It's it.
Where it should just be like, who can trigger Mooch the most?
Yeah, I don't get right.
Just make sure it's plenty Sony topics and maybe a little bit of Division. A little bit.
Oh, hey, we got
that'll work.
Division is actually not that bad.
Don't let Mooch hear that.
Yeah. Hey, you guys didn't see
Trigger.
I created a tombstone. It was for the Division. March 2016 to April 2016.
Well, I actually played it again and I actually enjoyed it.
When did you play it?
Hold on. Let me
just a couple days ago.
Let me jump in here real quick. We'll talk about this because I had this down. Okay, there was a new update that came out for the Division. So some of you guys have played it. I liked the Division that first week, man. That was a hell of a week. Man. Like I have that memory song playing when I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, that was good. And then I never went back. Never went back. They were like, we're gonna update it. We're gonna update it with this thing because people were cheating, and I was like, that's lame. So I didn't go back. And then they're like, okay, well, we're gonna. So I never went back. It's just like for me, I played Destiny when it came out. I didn't even stick around long enough to do a strike. Those things were whatever the hell those things were. They weren't even out yet. So however many weeks it took for them to come out, I think 2 weeks. That's how long I played Destiny at first, right? So yeah. So the Division came out with some fixes and new DLC, and I guess the player counts are up to where they were at launch. So She-Wolf, like you said, you played it. Bam, you played it. She-Wolf, we'll start with you. What did they change, and what are your thoughts on this new update?
Okay, so all the other updates have just been like little add-ons to say like somewhere in the map, but this one you go to where like okay, you start the game normally and then you go to your base of operation and they opened up the basement, so now you can go downstairs, and when you go down there's like a whole bunch of new vendors and everything, and then there's another little room that you go into and there's 2 doors. You start the instance. Now, the thing about this instance is you actually start completely over from scratch. You literally have nothing when you go in there but like a pistol. And
survival.
Yeah, you literally have to survive because like you even freeze to death if you can't find like one of the burning barrels to like stand by and like heat back up. You have to like craft things to get guns. You have to scavenge all around the area to like find things like your crafting materials and everything. So it's literally almost like a whole new mode, and you can either be like PvE or PvP. So you can go like either way when you go in. So they added, it's almost like a whole new game inside of the Division, and it actually seemed pretty interesting.
Okay, I'm making a mental note here. So She-Wolf played it 2 days ago. She-Wolf played it 2 days ago. We'll meet up. Everybody, we'll all meet up with She-Wolf again next Wednesday at 8 p.m. and find out how many more hours she logged in.
I haven't played the Division since, it was like, matter of fact, it was like last week sometime.
I
was too drunk. So,
yeah, so did I.
Yeah, they didn't work out too well.
I uninstalled it, and I also faxed over a middle finger, a copy of my middle finger.
Oh, shit.
I was like, you betrayed me.
Listen, here's the problem. There's way too many games that have come out since that game died. There's no way, even with that, and don't get me wrong, what She-Wolf just said didn't really sound bad. But like, even if She-Wolf thinks she's gonna spite me and play some of it this week, the real loser is still her for playing the game. There's no, She-Wolf. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you do that.
Same thing of you telling me I don't like indies when I like
indies.
You can't determine whether. And saying that,
wait a minute. How can I not determine when I have evidence in front of me that you have not touched the Division since April 2016? How is that not evidence that you don't like it?
Okay, well, that was like all the other, like, we loved that game until there was like the, what was it? After the first week, they like broke it when they did that, the first update. And then, yes, okay, they had all these other ones, and so we already had the season pass. So when I went back in, I actually do want to play this one again. However, the only downfall is you do kind of need a group to go in with. That's the only kind of downfall to it.
People be taking your shit.
But now there's people who want to play with me. So, and we've just been busy with like getting the new setup for like the YouTube and everything else like that I just haven't been able to play any game at all.
And that setup is awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
awesome.
So you're
fucking awesome.
You're confirming you're not a loser and you do play the Division.
Yep.
I don't. First of all, she's not a loser. I'm saying I would feel I would feel absolutely awful for you if you played it only to rack up some hours, because that is a waste of your time. There's way too many games out there to play. Listen, that sounds great, but you know what that sounds like? That sounds like what Uncharted 4 is doing with their survival mode, right?
Rip off much?
Yeah, they're just trying. And that's the same thing here. The fact that the Division had to create, and I'm going to use She-Wolf's words, a whole new game? A whole new game. When they've had a year plus 3 fucking DLCs, and now there's a new game where you go out there with a pistol and a fucking bag of Pampers. Listen, I don't have time.
To be fair, Mooch, though, the same could be said about Destiny, where You know, people play the shit out of that game that doesn't really have much content, and then they give out like Iron Banner. I mean, you can have the same
Mooch,
argument there.
Who goes
Iron
back
Banner is not the same as going out there with a pistol and a pack of chewing gum. No, that's not the same thing.
Yeah, but how many of us played it since the DLC? Exactly.
Well, you know this
exactly.
Yeah, but it has the highest community.
But you'll go back if new DLC was to come out for it. You
guys don't understand. See, that's what I'm saying. My sine curve is different than yours. When Rise of Iron came out, except for the day or two it came out, I actually won't touch Destiny again until probably February because I don't have to. I don't need to. The next time Destiny's going to become relevant will be like that little mini thing that comes out in spring or Destiny 2. Right. So I have from now till September to get my character up another 30 light level. I mean, that's not that hard. Yeah. So I mean, I understand you guys can kind of use that, but the thing is, though, that community's never left. Like the people that still play that are still there. The people who play Division are seeing psychiatrists. Like they're fucking
I mean,
they got problems now.
I don't disagree with you on that part because we were sold a game and a bunch of like you know, promises and it didn't deliver. To be honest with you,
absolutely.
But yeah,
oh man,
I think that game. The other thing is this: forget all the stuff that the Division's giving us. Let's say they make the game awesome. They make the game all tomorrow. Even I'm like, this game is amazing. The problem is the game itself. Like, why do we have to sit there for an hour and a half with a guy who looks just like you, and I have to put 65,000 clips into him? Like, it's too much. It's too much. It's like there's chaos going on. The game's still buggy. It's still glitchy. You know what I mean? Like the base of operations, you know, She-Wolf's like they gave us a basement. And I'm like, okay.
I love how you can just turn everything I say and make it sound like it's like trash. It's like
no, it's not you. It's not She-Wolf. I'm saying they gave us a basement.
No, I'm referring to. I don't mean me in general. I'm talking about like just what I say. Like I can say something and try to make it sound hype, and then you can just take it and turn it.
It's shit.
I totally don't want to try the Division now. Like She-Wolf had me talked into playing it again, and then now I'm like, basement.
Crap's like I hate basement.
Yeah, Mooch is like
I just Florida to get away from
GKB. Actually, I'll give him the credit because his one-liner was awesome. He's like, they gave us a product that just wasn't what they promised, and that's my biggest problem with the Division. And don't get me wrong, I see a lot of people don't know. And Bam, you share more.
I agree with you, Mooch, in the fact that like
family has it.
Yeah,
I agree in the fact that you know, it's probably dead at this point, but you know the player base did spike up because of this update. But who knows how long longevity is going to have with that.
I'm interested
and the
same
thing,
number.
The same thing with the No Man's Sky Foundation update. I think it's probably going to spike there, but people are just going to find out it's still the same game, and not really.
Exactly. Great analogy. You're going to see the same thing the minute that comes out. The 8 million people that are still stuck with that piece of crap game are going to be like, maybe they fixed it. They're going to turn it on and go, nope, they just gave us a basement too. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Well, they gave you a house.
Well, again, this goes back to
Mooch. Don't knock the update if you ain't tried.
Oh, here we go with the fucking don't knock. I've been playing video games since 1983. I get it, guys. I get it. I haven't put a game in yet where I just dropped the controller and ran out of the house.
Hey, the other day, I saw a conversation between Bam and Mooch, and Bam's like something like, "Hey, you trying to hit up that Division?" And Mooch is like,
"Nah." I was like, yeah. Let me go mess with him today. See what he say. That was funny.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm spending time with my family.
Mooch, you still have Division though, right? Like, you still have it? Do you
still have it? Yes.
You should just take a challenge and just give it a shot and see what you actually think, though. Like, just try out the survival mode.
All right, but I need a support.
We'll just turn around and make every single community game time the Division until he likes it.
We'll force Mooch to like it.
Watch on the third community game time. GKB decides to not show up.
I got sick.
She-Wolf will be like, GKB, hurry up, we're getting started. All of a sudden you hear like, just heading to McDonald's for a quick, number 7. Be right back.
Mooch, you got the season pass or no?
No.
Is it like,
no, you won't.
He's like, that's like the most disgusting
thing
anybody's ever asked him.
That's like $14.99 or something.
Yeah, we couldn't make him try it even if we wanted to. Without
I thought he got the deal one. Like,
to spectate the basement, you got to pay more money. Oh no! Oh no! No way!
Oh, no.
No!
He said you gotta pay more money to it.
Listen, you guys have to agree with me here. If you want me to try that, not me meaning the people that
No,
you gotta give that away. They gotta give that away.
Hold on, hush for 1 second. First
Oh
off,
man.
it's the exact same thing as Destiny. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
here we
They
go
just
again.
give you a planet, or they don't even give you a freaking
Here we go.
They give you like a ship off to the side, and you still bought all them.
Yes, because you actually get more than a ship off to the side and a planet to wave by when you're flying by. You actually have fucking missions that also like carry everything along. Like,
And there's missions in this too.
you know what
They-
there isn't? There's no community. There's no community.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't. There's nobody playing Division. It's dead. If I said right now, if Final
That's not
Fantasy
the point
15,
we're trying to make. We're trying to make the point of long. Hold on. We're trying to make the point because you brought up the fact that spending the money for
Yes.
another room is what we're making the point of. Not who's playing it at this very moment. It's you said I have to pay more money for another room. Destiny is the exact same thing.
But have you ever gone to the movies with your friends and you didn't want to watch the movie and you're like, all right, I'll go anyways, just because your friends are there?
No, I don't do that.
sometimes
If I don't
is
want to watch it,
destiny.
Mooch, I don't want to go and watch it.
You still have, though. You still have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You're just thinking you're
Savage
adult life.
Cody,
At it
18
again
years.
tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, there are times that I definitely think that I agree with you in the fact that I don't like everything Destiny puts out there, but the community and the people that I know play there are so religious. They have Destiny tattoos. They have fucking Destiny
I'll give you that.
tattoos.
I'll give you that.
They're crazy. They're there. So if I pay the $14 for Destiny, you know what? I show up to a full room. I don't want to show up. There's nobody playing Division.
Well,
to be
we just
fair-
had an article
fair-
about like it's
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
that
up
was
to
one day. That was a spike in one day. I guarantee you, whoever wrote that article, tell them to check the numbers now. Can we tell? Can anybody tell? Is there like a count in the bottom?
and
like,
if they
oh,
say
you
they're
guys-
still the same, what are you gonna say then, Mooch?
I'm gonna fucking take some medicine and fucking go to bed. Apparently, I don't know. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. I don't know. Listen, here's my whole thing. My whole thing is this. There's first of all,
this is a
GKB.
great
I would be willing to
conversation,
go. It is. It really is. I really think there's not a lot of people playing it right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand the spike because listen, GKB
Yeah, it's new
and She-Wolf,
content.
You
It's
guys
just like
paid no,
Destiny
you
and
guys
everything
paid
like that,
money. You guys paid money for that content, and I don't blame you one bit for turning it on and being like, you know what, I paid for this shit. That's why the numbers spiked. People were like, let's see if it's changed.
Well, there's a
Well,
lot of
yeah,
people
in-
too
in
on
that
Twitter.
defense-
There was a lot of
in-
people on Twitter too, like just like shooting me up like all the time, being like, "Man, you should really try Division again." You know, they changed a lot of stuff. So I was like, you know
Yeah,
what?
a lot of
I'll
things
give it a
changed in
try.
that game.
I'm gonna end up freaking smacking myself in the face for this, but in defense, I would not have actually bought if we didn't own the season pass from like buying the game to begin with. I wouldn't have bought the season pass.
Right.
Yeah, there we
All
go.
right.
That's
end of
right. And
that.
no, don't get me wrong. And you know what? That's. Thank you for being honest, She-Wolf. That's my point. My point is that there's no way anyone's going to pay the. Listen, here's my other thing for the developers. If they were listening and they aren't, because they don't speak English. But listen, they don't. They don't. But what I was going to say was, if they were listening, what I would have said was, if you wanted to get this community back and get us to maybe buy the next one, if this is that good or that different, they should have
should
given
be
this
free.
one for free.
I agree with you.
That's what they should have done. And I hate to say that because, listen, I love business. I always think it's one way or the other, and I think people need to make money you need to spend money to make money. But the point of the matter is this: they messed up, and GKB even said himself, they messed up. They didn't give us what they promised. Give us this amazing thing if it's that much fun, and watch how many people flock to it. Listen, another little company is giving away a free multiplayer soon.
I know
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
that'll work.
Oh.
Holy shit.
So if you guys didn't know, Titanfall 2 is doing a free multiplayer weekend. And Mooch was like, man, first thing this morning I see Mooch bragging. VR's done. Titanfall 2, see you in the vault. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God.
Crap's like, no way that full game's coming. The multiplayer's going to the vault right now. That's 60%
Yeah, for a
of it.
weekend. For a
It's not
weekend.
going. Okay, it's for the weekend. It's just like
Is the
Overwatch
vault-
going for the
This is
weekend.
like the second time they've had it though.
Is the
In a
vault
short time.
is the vault only for a weekend? Or is it
No,
just
It's not staying in
one
the
of-
vault.
It's one of the isn't
the
it like
vault?
one of the free weekends or whatever that Xbox does, like all the
I
time.
thought the way I read it was there was two different advertisements out, okay, and of course it's always conflicting and they don't make any sense. There's a regular one that just generically goes out with all the media that says Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC will get this weekend Titanfall 2 multiplayer for free, right? And then there's another one from EA Access that says all EA Access members, Titanfall 2 is now in the vault. The multiplayer is now in the vault. It doesn't say this weekend on EA Access's ad. So I was a little confused. Does that mean that there's a trial now for the EA Access members? That would make sense. If you're going to give it away for free for a weekend to every platform, you're not going to give it to the people that were originally promised on EA Access to give them their 5, 6, 7 hours of trial? I think that EA Access is not just this weekend, but I shouldn't say that. I don't know. It's just that EA Access did not say this weekend. It said EA Access members, you can now play multiplayer in the vault. So I don't know what they meant by that. Or not the vault, but you know what it is. EA Access, your time with it.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, here's the thing. Electronic Arts is kicking off a free trial weekend for Titanfall 2 this Friday, letting first-person shooter fanatics get a taste of the game's multiplayer action. Access across the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. EA Access members will get a few additional days of free playtime, giving them a head start on Titanfall 2's multiplayer mode before it opens up to the general public this weekend. So basically, they are giving you earlier access if you're EA Access member to download and play the game, and then everybody is free to play it the entire weekend as long as you're like a gold member or like.
Well, maybe we'll do Titanfall 2 for a community game night.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome because I would love to hop in.
I got news for you. We played it the other night, and it was
sound effects.
It's bad, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, Mooch goes, there's only 800 people, and I was like, that's not a good thing, bro.
Yeah, it's like 800 people playing total, and not just that, but we had enough to play our own. We had our own team set up, and man, the problem is just that the Titans suck. Like the Titans.
Hey, what were you saying, Mooch, about like we were gonna do division and like after the second time, GKB is gonna go to McDonald's. This is probably gonna happen this weekend.
Yeah, I you know what? I wouldn't bust your balls at all. I'd say, you know what, dude, pick me up a fucking number 3. Because to be honest with you, the multiplayer, and this is the same thing I told Crap and others when everybody was like, it's great, this game's fantastic. It's not. It's not fantastic at all. It's got a lot of problems. The campaign, first of all, I'm what, Crap, you said maybe 25, 30% through it. I'm not going to give a complete review of it. It's standard. It's okay. It's a
Which boss are you on?
I thought that campaign was
awesome. I just got
awesome.
past Ash.
So like, that's only the second boss.
Yeah,
he hasn't even seen the main mission yet.
Let me guess though. It's a lot more jumping sideways on a wall and then a platform, and then you kill a boss that nobody knows, and you do it over and over again. So listen, it's Titanfall, right? Like I'm not gonna. It is what it is. It's fine, but like it's not what I gotta say. Crap's the only one I could say. It's not as good as Crap saying it is. It's not.
It's great. Look, Hellhammer.
Not great.
The Titan has fallen.
I will say that
I enjoyed the campaign when it came to Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Not the boss fights, because I found they were very redundant and they kind of were just the same thing over and over again. But the campaign itself, like the story and getting to know BT and stuff, I really enjoyed that aspect of it.
But here's the stupid part of it, though. Like, you're playing through the campaign. Sorry, Wolf, I didn't mean to cut you off there. But you're playing through the campaign. You can, on your Vanguard Titan, you can literally play every freaking Titan weapon. But in the multiplayer, you can only have a certain Titan with a certain weapon. What the hell is that?
Listen, but my only thing before we get to the first of all, GKB is 110% right. But the problem is this. Yes. The issue that I'm having is this. Everyone's like, oh my God, the relationship between BT and the thing is so great. It's as great as Shia LaBeouf was getting used to Optimus Prime in the first Transformer. It's not that great. He's just like, be careful, they're coming. He's like, thanks. And then like the one-liners are like, thanks for the help, BT. Well, that's what I do. I'm your Titan.
Jack is not relatable at all. He literally
BT is the campaign.
I don't know.
The whole campaign. I would not like Jack. They could have done without. They could have left him out completely because you really don't relate to him at all. And I know, like, because we red boxed it when we played it, and GKB's like, here, just try the multiplayer and let me know what you think. I'm like, yeah, it's still too slow. And I never went back to the multiplayer.
I think the guns don't react as fast. There's a problem with like
I will agree with Crap though. I think attrition is the best mode in there. Like all the other ones, it's not really that great.
Attrition is.
Y'all want to and y'all want to do that for community game night, I think y'all might put people to sleep.
No, it's probably gonna be like Call of Duty again or something. But
I want to play Titanfall because I don't get to play the multiplayer because nobody.
Well, you were the dumb one that bought the game.
Good luck, Crap. Good luck on that one, buddy.
That's just cold blooded.
That is cold blooded, bro. That was straight up cold blooded.
That was mean. See how mean everybody is to me? Damn it.
Wait a minute. You said last week
you said you was an asshole yesterday, right?
No, man, I'm not. Yeah. No,
Wait a minute. Last week you turned around and said I don't game or I don't know how to game. So you better just hush.
Exposed.
There we go.
Well, that was just a joke, though. It was just jokes.
Just jokes.
Come on, it was just
I can claim that
jokes.
and say, "Oh, I was just joking. Don't worry." Ha ha ha.
That laugh, I love that laugh. That laugh is nice.
A great
Benny.
podcast.
It's
I love this
trademarked.
podcast.
You know what's funny, Maddie? I'm gonna do a shout out to Maddie Beast. First of all, Maddie Beast has been great in the chat.
Yeah,
Second of
he
all, Maddie Beast says if Titanfall 2 was an Xbox One exclusive and got these, what was it? Would not be up for. I think he's saying would not be up for the game of the year.
Yeah.
The talk would be completely different. Like it's just that it's a multi-plat. Everybody's like, everybody all of a sudden, whenever a game goes from an exclusive from Microsoft to Sony, all of a sudden everybody smokes a joint. You know what I mean? Everyone's like high as shit. everyone's just like, you know what I mean? Groovy, man, groovy. I've never played shit like this. Somebody flip that lamp around.
Chilling.
You know, it's like everybody's all fucked up all of a sudden. I don't get it. I just have such a hard time. Titanfall 1 was something that gave such a what do they say? You can't build a house without a foundation. It was already there. They had the fucking roadmap. All you had to do was add a campaign. The campaign you made, fine. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. Who cares what I like? My point is this. Make the campaign you made, put in better fucking maps, and keep the game the same for multiplayer. Guess what? 9.9, this motherfucker's selling like hotcakes. No, we had to change it because the Sony fans can't handle it. The joysticks are too close. Their thumbs will smash into each other if it's too fast. I don't know what the problem was. They just changed it to the point where it didn't feel the same. And I'm sorry, but a 6-hour campaign of like I said, it's like Shia LaBeouf. If you like Shia LaBeouf and Optimus Prime and Transformers 1, then this story is really going to dig at your heart. You know what I mean? If that movie didn't do it for you, neither is this. You know, remember when what was it, Optimus Prime, and he's getting taken away? What's the name? Shia LaBeouf's character's getting taken away by fucking Sector 7. Yeah, Sam, let us go. We'll be all right, Sam. That's the same shit that, BT, where are you? I'm a Titan. Where are you? Like, who gives a shit? This wasn't a Scorsese joint. I don't know why all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my God, that was the best thing I ever played. Like when I turned it on, I was expecting something revolutionary. All I got was Titanfall 2 multiplayer without somebody trying to shoot me. It was just platform jumping and jumping in my Titan once and again. I don't know. They went from something stellar to something very mediocre. And between Division and Titanfall, I'm exhausted on this show. Let's talk about something else.
Hold on. I did want to get
holy shit.
I did want to get Hellhammer's take though, because he completed the campaign and really liked it too.
Yeah, I mean, again, like the campaign, it wasn't anything like super like special or like groundbreaking, right? Like, I mean, it was a pretty standard shooter campaign, but I thought it was really good, right? Like, I mean, the obviously who you play as is Jack is kind of boring, doesn't really have much any kind of personality or anything. I thought they could have done a little bit better with that. But all the parts with BT and everything, I thought it was very well written and very well done.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought
BT was amazing.
I thought the whole campaign was very well done. The level design was great on all of it.
And you especially like the time shifting stuff too.
Yeah, right? I thought that was cool. I wasn't expecting that at all.
But it was too short.
It
was like
long enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that needed to be in there a little bit longer. Yeah. But I mean, as a whole, I thought it was awesome. I mean, towards that end part, that last.
Well, don't go too far. Mooch hasn't beat it yet.
That's all right.
Oh well, he already knows BT died because I already spoiled that shit for him.
I'm not just that. First of all, he did spoil that. Second of all, I'm pretty sure the end of this is not going to be like watching a fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie. So don't worry about it.
Can I bring up a topic?
You mean there is no village? Go ahead. Sorry.
I just wanted to like bring it a little more back towards Xbox style. But did anyone see this whole big thing about like Halo 5 getting a reality esports television series?
I heard something about it, but why don't you go ahead and explain a little bit? Yeah.
Well, I got a DM from Jay Sentries today about it, and I guess they're going to be centering around Microsoft's exclusive first-person game, and there's a whole video on it, and I guess like they're actually looking at taking Gears in this direction as well, which is kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, essentially they're just following around like some esports teams.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. So like picture like Big Brother and all that kind of stuff, like obviously reality TV shows, but it's going to be focused on gamers and following
like
around
with gamers.
Yeah, but with Halo, so it's all going to be like obviously about Halo, and which is great because Halo is going to get so much more in the limelight with like actually being on TV and all that kind of stuff. People are going to see this game close up and actually see what people are playing instead of just like hearing about it in the media and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome.
Actually, that does sound pretty damn interesting, except for I'm thinking like gamers' lives must be pretty boring when they're not playing games. Like, you know, just sitting around eating pizza, you know, Doritos and Mountain Dew, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, like Nate Shot from the MLG like does Call of Duty. He's like one of the highest viewed YouTuber guys out there, man. He does just vlogs of his daily crap, dude. And people eat that shit up, man, honestly.
Plus, it depends exactly. Like, there hasn't been like complete details exactly how they're going to do it. So whether it's just going to be, say, when they're training for the competitions, or whether they're actually going to follow them more in a daily lifestyle. So
I think it's cool. It's going to give the games more exposure, and you know, gamers and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, people like reality TV and stuff. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. I mean, you know, I would watch something like that. I think that there's not enough game related stuff. Like compared to 10 years ago, there was way more game related stuff on TV and on different channels and things like that. Now it's like, I don't know, maybe YouTube made that stuff sort of irrelevant, but for me, like I think that that's pretty kick ass. Like I always thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, certain games can get that, but I don't want them to go overboard and start giving that to every game.
Good point.
Yeah. The like games that's been around for a long time. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, as of right now, there's only like rumor of Halo 5 and possibly Gears of War 4. So
yeah. Hey, all you people in the chat, hit that like button because I said so, and because GKB did a kick-ass job making that little logo and stuff and pimping it out. Now it's like Joker colors. It looks pretty cool.
It does look pretty dope.
I like it. It does. It looks nice. I like it.
It was my idea for the purple.
Yep.
Oh, well, kick-ass. That's the Ravens color. That's why, like, that's why the my avatar is that color to begin with. Jay Williams, by the way, did that. So
happy birthday to J Dubs.
Happy birthday to J Dubs. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Also, I did real quick want to point out, thank you guys that watched MNC Mornings on iTunes. It was like in the top 50 on there. So yeah, for
MNC Mornings, what is the show you talking about, man?
MNC Mornings. It's our morning show where it's basically dictated by the fans. It's every morning or every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. And this week it's on my channel. Next week it'll be on Mooch's channel. So it alternates, and we do like call-ins. You can call us in on Skype. You can call at any point during the week and leave a voicemail, and we'll answer your questions. You know, you can, if you call in, you're automatically registered to win, and we're giving away a year of Xbox Live that way this Sunday. So it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys all can join in and call in. It's call in Skype MC Space Mornings. Leave a voicemail, and you could win, because we have the Wheel of Wonder that Jay Williams set up, and it's pretty kick-ass. So, yeah, definitely, hopefully we get a big audience for that, because, because I would love a big audience.
Crap loves a big audience.
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody leaving you no voicemail. Get the hell out of here.
Crap likes to walk into a full stadium, and I'm one of those people that's more like those Vegas preachers where I stand up on top of a rock and start screaming my shit, and then people start to gather slowly. Slowly come in. Slowly. Like, that's that preaching mooch over there.
I do want to talk a little bit about No Man's Sky, Mooch. I know that's your favorite subject.
Oh, sorry. I just woke up.
I was about to fall asleep, too.
Def Jam, come on, man. Really? But hold on. This is really big news. Yes, there's a Foundation update, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about that. But this game was cleared in any wrongdoing for false advertising, according to the UK Department of whatever the hell. Like, how the hell did they get cleared of false advertising with this game?
Because that's Sony. That's Sony. They get away with murder out this piece.
How?
Literally.
I know, but no.
How, Sway? How?
They did it very, very carefully.
How? Like, Mooch, tell me how? How?
I don't know, man. I don't really know, to tell you, to be honest with you. I want to let GKB take it away. I don't want to lose my voice.
Yeah, I really don't know why, because I mean, if you looked at all like the trailers and everything they'd done, it was completely scripted. They were selling a game based on like a lot of falsehoods and everything like that. How they came to this conclusion, I really don't have no idea. I mean, look at it. Everybody just completely left that game. Like, it has less than 1,000 people on the servers, maybe more now with the Foundation update. But I don't know. People felt really ripped off and went on social media and everything and voiced their opinion. And then Sean Murray just absolutely freaking disappears and doesn't say a freaking word about anything. So yeah, I really
just
don't
took
know.
everybody's money and left. That's all.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, he was out of there.
I think there would have been like such a backlash of if they weren't like charging like so much money for this game. Like if it was like a $20 game, they probably wouldn't have been like, whatever, it's only a $20 game. But with Sony jumping behind it and doing all this kind of stuff, and I mean, even they were kind of like, well, it wasn't really us. We didn't do anything. Like, what do you mean you didn't do anything? You gave them all the fucking money and promoted the shit out of this game. What do you mean?
Yeah, people would have been a lot more forgiving of the game had it would have only been like a $20 or $15 title. Yeah. Because I mean, then you expect it, hey, I mean, the patch or whatever. But when it was $60 and it was literally, I think it was the most refunded game on Steam too. Yeah, I mean, that's just a problem.
Well, what was funny was Fat Kid Deals was tweeting out today, and before they tweeted this out, they put LOL ahead of the tweet. They're like, "Get No Man's Sky Collector's Edition, $19.99." Now this Collector's Edition was like $100 or something or more when it came out. Now he's like, "LOL, get it for $19.99, like the Collector's Edition."
Wow,
come on! I mean, that's hilarious.
No Man's Lie.
Yeah, like
No Man's Lie. Wow.
Yeah, No Man's Lie. I'm like, how in the hell do these people get away with this? Like, Mooch, you got to have some kind of opinion on this, right? Come on.
No, I mean, it's just
Mooch, wake up.
No, man. Wake up. You kidding me, man? My heart rate's a fucking mile a minute. Wake up. I'm painting a room in my house right now. I'm so wired. No, I mean, it's not No Man's Lie. It's One Man's Lie. It was Sean Murray's. I mean, that's what it was. It's just, I don't know. Listen, Sony does no wrong. Everybody gives Sony 8 chances, 13 chances. They get 20 chances. I don't know. Microsoft, this was a Microsoft exclusive. It would have almost been a nail in the coffin, for God's sake. Imagine if let's look back at the calendar. Let's not just look at No Man's Sky. Could you imagine if Xbox went the past three holidays with the lineup Sony came out with? A game like this year where they're going to come out with a game that should have came out 10 years ago. It looks like a PS3 game. Last year they had what? Nobody even gives a shit. And the year before that was just like launch time. Like, could you imagine that? Microsoft has had star-studded lineup of games. And last year, somebody said to me, I said, listen, I went out on a whim just to have fun. I said, don't you think maybe at the Game Awards it would be really a kick in the pants if Xbox announced another timed exclusive with the new Rise of the Tomb Raider? That would just be like, I would laugh so hard, I'd fall off the couch, hold my stomach, my legs kicking in the air. I'd be like, yo, that is so good. Because you know what that is? That's just a middle finger to Sony at that point. That is the Xbox, because Microsoft sold over 1 million units of Rise of the Tomb Raider. And when Rise of the Tomb Raider came out, for PS4, they sold like 125,000 copies. Like, it is so funny and comical that people think just because you have a larger install base, yes, you're going to get larger numbers in Call of Duty. Congratulations. Maybe in FIFA. Congratulations. But like when it comes to hardcore games, you're not guaranteed to get money because you have more people. What do I always say? They're the lemmings. Like, the PlayStation fans are just the lemmings. They just walk wherever they're told to walk by the media. So
basically,
getting back to what I'm saying is Microsoft would have a nail in the coffin if this past August they had No Man's Sky, 2 past Christmases with no games, and then they came out with No Man's Sky and it was a flop, an absolute disaster. Microsoft, the media would still be talking about it. Still, like, game trailers would have reopened from bankruptcy. Like everything would have went crazy. Like everything, the stock market would have been like fucking like your electric bill meter just spinning. Everything would have been insane. Like, you don't understand. So like when you ask me, Mooch, how does this occur? My only question is I don't fucking know. I have no idea how the media and this industry works. I have no idea. But somehow tomorrow at the Game Awards, which I will be watching as much of it as I can tolerate because I do enjoy it, I'll watch as much as I can, and I guarantee you that Microsoft will have a 20-minute segment, and the other 2 hours and 40 minutes will be Sony, and then 15 minutes will be Nintendo. That's it.
Yeah. So I agree, but they are saying that there's going to be some interesting things there. But I know we're talking a lot about some Sony stuff, but Marvel vs. Capcom 4 supposedly in development and might be announced at PSX. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of this series. I played it on the Dreamcast. I know how. I know Hellhammer is a big fan of it and stuff. But what is your thoughts on? Like, I'm gonna go around the room and figure out what your thoughts are. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, do you think it'll be like a PlayStation exclusive? Do you think it'll be one of those things where Sony's very kind of mum on what it actually is? And like for me, I think Sony's going to announce this thing at PSX, and they're going to be very like hush hush about being a timed exclusive or something like that, or maybe not even at all.
What game, Crap?
Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Okay.
I know you probably.
Hey, you know what we need? Another fighter. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, but look, a lot of people.
How many fucking Hadoukens can you do different? Come on.
Hey, dude, if I could be applauding right now with the sound effects, I would be.
Thank you. Well, I bought Mortal Kombat XL because I'll tell you this much. Of all the fighters from fucking 1990 till like 5 minutes ago, I still give Mortal Kombat the head nod as the best fighter. After that, everything comes into a complete distance, second, third, fourth.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't go wrong with Mortal Kombat. That's my shit right there.
Yes, I did. It was $20 for the XL. I bought it. You bet your ass I did.
That's an amazing game.
I actually want to jam out against Bam, but I got to practice in the dojo first.
Yeah, because you already seen what happened to Z. You know, he got beat bad.
Hey, I heard Bam got beat by K-Mega, though, in a fighting game.
That was KI, I think, right?
Well, what happened was we played Killer Instinct first, and everybody pretty much got trashed. It was bad. I think I had like 8 wins. And then after that, we went to DOA. Now, he got me in DOA, but I told him he was going to get that work. So I had to send him to Hades, and then he sent me when I went to DOA. When we went to DOA, he sent me to Hades. So, you know, worked out. But hell yeah. When y'all want to play Mortal Kombat, I'll definitely be down with y'all. Ain't no thing.
Hell yeah, man. I want to play some Mortal Kombat with you guys, man. I don't get to ever play in like a relaxed setting. Hellhammer won't play Killer Instinct with me because he's afraid.
Well, because your ass is always on media player.
I'm gonna
stay on media player every time I log on.
Once we get that, what's that tournament thing called again?
Arenas.
Once Arenas goes, I'm dead serious. I'm going to do it once a month. I want everyone to do it. I'm going to take it as serious as I can. Community. Well, I want to do it. If we want to do it as a community game, that's not fine. But I want to have an ongoing like week thing where you're like, oh, what's today? Yeah. You're like, oh, wait, shit. Today's the day Bam plays like She-Wolf, or today's the day GKB's playing crap. Like people will tune in to see who wins the next bracket. It's one game elimination, or one tournament elimination.
I kick her ass. I'm just.
Oh boy!
I know for community game night, that arena,
you played
arenas.
I don't know. You may be up for a challenge.
Nah, I'm pretty good.
I'm not actually that bad at these games.
You're good at Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Oh man,
what's your highest? All right. Well, I know Crap. I know you play it. Who else plays Killer Instinct in here?
Hellhammer plays it. He swears he's good, but he will never play me.
I'm a Mortal
Killer
Kombat
Instincts.
guy,
I just don't want to embarrass you too much by woman.
Damn.
Yeah.
Listen, I got Killer
Shots
Instinct.
fired.
I'm pretty sure, unless like it's something community wise, I'm pretty sure I'll never play Killer Instinct ever.
Hellhammer, what's your highest ultra you got?
It's like jumping in a square.
Like a 50 or a 60.
Oh shit, that's it.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, Bam, you gotta admit, Mortal Kombat is silky compared to Killer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I grew up on Mortal
I never
Kombat.
understood like the
Killer Instinct, that came second.
You know, everybody like Mooch, don't knock it lest you try it. So here we go. I had to go. So I played Killer Instinct for a while, and I was like, you know, I was playing. It's just it's clunky.
Have you played like this story type thing in Mortal Kombat where like you're in the graveyard and you run around and stuff?
No, I'm gonna though. Like honest to God, I think Mortal Kombat will totally grab my attention.
The story is always stories is great. They definitely up the
I'm not gonna talk
Kombat.
shit about Mortal Kombat because I've actually watched people in the tournaments playing Mortal Kombat. I watched Bam through his. I watched Z. Z's been going off with a bunch of people showing a bunch of footage, and it's been great. And I was enjoying
I got trashed a couple days ago.
Yeah, well, it was still, you actually put a good fight up in the first few rounds, and then I
got trashed.
Yeah, man, no, it was good. See, it's funny because everybody's like hones in on one skill, right? Because when I watched, you were Sub-Zero, and like don't get me wrong, I think Sub is probably one of the better probably one of the better characters to pick. But I mean, there's something about Mortal Kombat that the playing mechanic is just silky. When you go to flip in the air, the character actually does a semicircle spin in midair and comes down at a proper 45-degree angle. Whereas when you're fucking playing Killer Instinct, you jump in the air and your character jumps at like a 90-degree angle, like it's a big square, and then his foot just sticks out at a fucking right angle, and it comes down, and you're like, that don't look so good.
Killer Instinct to me is much better because you can actually string together stuff. In Mortal Kombat, I'm just like, I'm pushing buttons. Like,
oh no, really? You think
but
so?
That's never been Mortal Kombat's really their MO for. I mean, their MO was kind of combos, but Killer Instinct is definitely more combo oriented.
Yeah,
Mortal
exactly.
Kombat is more like fatalities and brutalities.
I play Mortal Kombat, man. I'm like Sub-Zero. I know how to throw the ice thing, and then I freeze you. And then
but crap, I spent a good hour and a half doing like what is his name there? You guys are gonna laugh because I'm gonna say his name wrong, like Django or whatever.
My gosh, stop. It's Jago.
Jago.
I don't know who is this Jago guy you're talking about.
An hour and a half in the dojo, like practicing with that character, and like, listen, the ultimate combo. Talk about button meshing. Just put the controller on the floor and step on it.
I have to say, though, I love the fatalities in Mortal Kombat. Like, they're amazing going to the screen.
Love it.
Shots of them.
I buy the one button ones because I suck.
You can't do them any other way.
Yeah, so I'm like, and then
the fatalities are actually a lot easier this time around.
Yeah, they are pretty used to be. Like I look at them and I can do them, but I really enjoyed the one.
But easy with that is always good too.
Yeah, so like that's what kind of gamer I'm. Whenever I'm not gaming on Media Player, guys, that is. I mean,
I guess because you live on Media Player.
It's only fair to give Injustice a shout out. Injustice is made by the same people who make Mortal Kombat. Am I wrong?
You're right.
You're right.
So Injustice,
I think Ed Boon, right?
Yeah, Injustice is an awesome game as well. Again, it just works
smoothly.
I'm taking a break from Silky. Southie says I'm using it. Silky goes, damn, that shit sounds kinky, Mooch. He says, like, you know, it's just the mechanics are very smooth, very crisp, and Injustice is good because, you know, getting back to the Marvel versus Capcom, who's making that game? Capcom, right?
Yeah.
Capcom, yeah.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with. I mean, Street Fighter games have always been very good. I still prefer Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter. That's a me thing.
Absolutely.
But I mean, but I can't really bash Street Fighter's mechanics. I think they're very good as well. So
yeah. But real quick, GKB, I know you're a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom. Why do I keep calling it Capcom?
Capcom. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. But GKB, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, as far as that, what do you hope to see? Are you hoping, obviously, that it's not going to be on PlayStation exclusive? But
that's what I'm hoping.
Not because I want to buy it so much, but just because I think that's kind of lame.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna buy it because I think
do not pay any more credit to Sony unless it's actually warranted. Stop with the nonsense. First of all, I understand everybody saw it and they saw the little PS4 thing at the end of the thing. Like, oh my god, it's an exclusive! Oh my god, it's an exclusive!
Yeah, nothing is official yet.
Nobody in the world, and I mean nobody in the world, wants to say it's a PS4 exclusive first more than some douchebag who gets a Sony fucking paycheck. So it will not be something you saw on Twitter in a fucking quick announcement. It would be like a Sony rep that cut that deal would want to, just like Adam Boyce when he was out there and he's like, and Street Fighter 5! Somebody hand me the sandwich? Is an exclusive!
Yeah, and how did them sales turn out?
Exactly.
Yikes.
Yeah, not good. But GKB, tell me what your thoughts are, because I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom, man. I actually prefer Marvel vs. Capcom than the actual numbered Street Fighter games, just because I like the diversity in the characters and, you know, the Marvel characters and stuff like that. You know, there's Wolverine, but he's probably not going to be in this game. They were talking about, like, you know, the X-Men and stuff for whatever reason with licensing and stuff. Probably not going to be in there. They're saying something about the Marvel, the cinematic universe with the characters and stuff like that, which is really cool. So I'm excited to see. I would like to see them do something a little bit more than the cel-shaded stuff that they've done with Street Fighter V, more of like the Mortal Kombat kind of feel. would be awesome. But as far as like what we're gonna see at PSX, if we see anything, we'll probably see some like just teaser trailer.
Yeah, it'll be CGI if they show anything.
Yeah, some whatever. So I probably won't get as hype until I start seeing some gameplay and stuff like that. But
shout out to 100 though. He made a good point. He said that the game will not, in his opinion, the game will not be exclusive, but maybe some characters will be exclusive to Sony. And you know what?
I was about to say that.
That's fine.
I mean, there's a bunch of different things they could do. They could do like timed exclusive for a couple months. They could do marketing. Like, who knows? Like, I'm not even on that train.
That's not
right
a
now.
console seller. I know people are going to argue with me and say,
It's
yes,
not.
it is, Mooch. It's
This
not.
isn't 1993. So
If Street Fighter 5 didn't sell consoles, that's not selling consoles.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah, and Street Fighter was a bigger game, right? Like Marvel vs. Capcom has a big following, but more people know.
Well, Capcom got a lot of backlash too for the whole Street Fighter thing being exclusive.
But I mean, a lot more people know Street Fighter more so than they do that game. I mean, that's kind of a niche kind of fighting game to begin with.
But yeah, I hope it's not exclusive, man. I hope the Xbox fans can get that fighter. But honestly, if I was gonna pick like a fighter that I'm really like looking forward to, is probably Injustice 2 at this point, man, because that thing just looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, can't wait for that.
Injustice 2 does look really good. The main thing is like, I have this vision in my head that they're going to come out and announce this thing. They're not going to be clear on whether it's going to be an exclusive, and the media is not going to happen. Yeah, and the media is not going to bug them about it either. No, right? They're not like,
you know that ain't happening.
Yeah, because I can still remember Jeff Keighley just basically like harassing Aaron Greenberg on Twitter about Rise of the Tomb Raider when that got announced as an Xbox One exclusive. He's like, but Aaron, is it a timed exclusive? How long is it? What is it? You know, and like they bugged the shit out, even with Titanfall 1, which by the way, if Mooch's reports of 800 people on Titanfall 2, that would mean there's still more players on Titanfall 1 because there's still like 4,000 or 5,000 on there. So I mean that's insane. But anyway, yeah. So nobody's gonna pressure them if that's the way it is. But I do hope that for the sake of people that like this game, that it is multi-platform, and it makes sense, especially with the poor sales of Street Fighter 5. I'm sure that Capcom's kind of kicking themselves for limit. Yeah.
There you go. Sound effects.
Yes, Def Jam Band with the sound effects since we're kind of without them. But actually, I'm kind of digging the look. Kind of offsets the sound effect issue, in my opinion. So.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, I think Capcom. I think they learned it. Well, I would assume they learned their mistake from making Street Fighter. So I'm thinking Marvel vs. Capcom. It should be multi-plat for all systems.
They got so much.
I like how Crystal Dynamics did a deal with a timed exclusive with Microsoft, and they sold over 1 million in the first 2 months on Xbox One alone. And then, because, you know, that's, by the way, that's via Adam or Aaron Greenberg. And then Capcom, like with, what do you call it there? Street Fighter 5, they barely sold like 100,000 units in the first, 2 months or something like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Right, it was really bad. But then I'm like, hey, you know, maybe Crystal Dynamics will do another timed exclusive with Microsoft. They're like, Mooch, are you crazy? This fanboy doesn't know what he's talking about. Look how nuts he is. But then everybody's like, wait, Marvel versus Capcom, where they barely even fucking were able to pay for the lunches it cost to fucking make that game. People are like, yeah, I can see that going back to Sony all by itself. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect. Why is it people give Sony credit for everything? Even when Sony fails, people are like, nah, man, they can dig their way out. That ain't that deep. That ain't that deep. But I'm like, what?
Yeah, they can dig themselves out of bullshit.
Always the same shit. They're like, no, I can still see it going exclusive. Mooch, I'm telling you, Marvel vs. Capcom exclusive. Book it. And I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm like, wait, like.
Tell them, and when they say that, tell them to cut that shit out. Just stop it.
5 was an utter failure. There's no way if Capcom gets back into bed with Sony. It is just, that's why Capcom's also going out of bed.
Well,
I guess they both got something in common. They both broke.
What are you thinking?
Hey, GKB, what were you saying? Because your mic is a little bit low, and I heard you about to say something. What were you about to say?
I wasn't saying anything, bro.
Yeah, I don't think you said
Are you
anything.
sure?
No.
Yeah, he didn't try to say anything.
I'm just
Crap, you
imagining.
and them bionic, man. You hear everything.
He does got some good hearing.
Nothing else.
Hey, I could have sworn that I heard it. But anyway, real quick, it looks like The Last Guardian, that's actually coming out next week. I never thought. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
right?
The Last Guardian. Here we go.
Almost nighttime.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it is. But I do want to say this, that I'm not really interested in that. But the review embargo lifts only 14 hours before the game release. And there's usually a reason why you do this, right? It's usually when you don't have a lot of faith in your game. Like, look at Forza Horizon 3. Microsoft sent those out like weeks in advance. You know, so I mean, they did the same thing with Quantum Break. I'm sure they were expecting a much better reviews than it got, but with this game, I think this game's going to get hit hard. But Sony wants to get that initial 24 to 48 hour in sales from people that are just going to rush out there and just like, here, shut up and take my money. You know what I mean? So just going around, like, what are your thoughts on the I don't know. I feel like I'm fine with them not doing because there's the thing, people are going to be able to play it. They're already playing it right now, right? Like, people have their review copies, but when you do that, I'm perfectly fine with people doing the thing where they send out the review copies the day of or whatever. I'm okay with that too. But it just seems to me like this thing where they already have it, but they're already able to play through it, but they can't release the things until 14 hours. That seems a little lame to me.
Maybe the game might be that bad.
That's usually a telling sign.
I mean, when was this game supposed to come out? What, 5 years ago?
It was supposed to come out on the PS3 in 2011, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 2010 or 2000. It might have been hold on, it got announced. I think 2010 or 2011.
Yeah, I think it was 2010.
Yeah.
Nobody's playing.
So from PlayStation 2 all the way to the PlayStation 4.
3.
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 4, yeah.
Wow.
So I think that, I mean, I'm interested to see what happens, but like, what are your thoughts on like the 14-hour embargo? I mean, that's kind of crazy.
When's the release date of the game? Next Tuesday?
The same day as
Dead Rising 4.
Dead Rising 4.
Yeah. By the way, Dead Rising 4 only gets me like more and more excited as that date creeps up.
I'm looking forward to that.
I understand they got rid of the co-op. Hey, let's not even talk about fucking The Last Guardian. Right?
It's not so much
It's like talking about a Saturday morning cartoon that was really cool in 2010.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, this is another one of those hyped up games, right? This is what pisses me off. It's a hyped up game that Sony trotted out there. People crying. Remember? They're crying. We're seeing them cry at the fucking E3, and everybody's like, Sony won The Last Guardian.
It's a Sony. That's a Sony
Last Guardian. They gotta stop.
What you guys don't see is a lot of the behind the scenes. Like, listen, when you watch the Oscars, you know why it always looks full in the audience? Because when someone has to take a piss that's a fucking celebrity, they have a sit-in double so that the fucking audience doesn't look empty while everyone's hanging out drinking in the back. So, right? So, you know what they do before these shows when you see them crying and shit? They're like, excuse me, sir. Are you a crier? Yeah, I cry all the time. Great. I'm going to put this camera right here. That's fine. And
we need you, buddy.
They've got the 10 or 15 criers. And the people who actually did you bring a lighter? Yeah, I brought a lighter. Are you gonna light that lighter when they say Last Guardian? Yes. All right, I'm put a camera here. Like, that's all they do. So like, when you see it, you're like, oh my god, there's people fainting and crying and lighting a match. Holy shit! The Last Guardian must be amazing. It's like a Michael Jackson concert in the '80s. Like,
people
what the
fainting.
fuck? Yeah, people are fainting and catching people. I'm like, holy shit! Is Yoshida wearing a white glove on stage? Like, what's happening? Take it easy. You know, everyone's gotta fucking relax.
Last Guardian.
Back to Dead Rising. So Dead Rising looks so good, and I don't even care.
Oh my god!
I don't even care they got rid of it. Yeah, Bam's like I'm on a show where I usually listen to Mooch get lit. Bam's like, this is wild.
Yes, this is lovely.
It's lovely. He said. To be honest with you, I think that they got rid of the co-op. It's kind of a bummer. But in all honesty, and GKB said it, I think, and GKB, if you didn't correct me, I think you said, in reality, when it comes down to it, I would have liked to have experienced it once going through myself alone anyway before I played it with a co-op. So when you said that, it really resonated with me. And I said, you know what? He's fucking accurate because
hell yeah,
laughing
That's
and
what I'm
talking.
about, bro.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You're right. Because
I got so much shit for that on that show, bro.
Did you really? No, I think you made a hell of a point because I want to play the game. I want to hear the story. And I fucking want to build something without like, you ever build something in Dead Rising 3 and then the buddy you're playing with, your partner's like, you already blew shit up over here.
Yeah, no, dude.
And I'm like, wait, I'm coming with the whole one. So now you get to actually experience that and then play the fucking arcade with your friends where you can actually get like lit up and you can be drinking because it doesn't matter if four other people got your back.
Yeah, you know what? I'm excited for it. I just think that it's kind of a little surprise because like there's so many games that are out right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I might not play it day one. Just honestly, I've got so much shit going that I got to get through.
backlog.
Yeah, like unbelievable.
Well, yeah. Crap, you know what the good news? I was thinking about this today when I wrote that thing on Twitter, and after next Tuesday, we've got a substantial drought till like the end of February, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, and that's Halo Wars. So and I'm not saying that.
And Horizon Zero Dawn, come on, show that PlayStation 4 some love.
Yeah, listen, there's a sound effect, perfect. No, I was listening to Food. Food had like a food cast, but he did like a gameplay thing where he had a bunch of people playing and talking. And I thought it was cool. I only got to tune in for a minute, but it was a really good minute. One of the people playing, I didn't see who it was. Their name wasn't on screen, but they said, "How detrimental is it going to be for Sony if this? I'm not trying to put any bad will on it. What if Horizon bombs? Like it really, really bombs? How atrocious when this is something that Sony's put all its cards into, okay? And they already bombed with The Order. They've already bombed with other games. And Uncharted probably didn't do as good as they wanted. So even their flagship did okay, did better than most games, but not as good as Sony needed. PSVR is a flop. The games are $15, okay? What if Horizon sucks? There's nothing coming. Listen, anyone who doesn't believe me, like, no, Mooch, Spider-Man's coming. No, it's not. Insomniac goes, we're not going to be at PSX. We're not going to be at the game show, but we got some cool, they go, we have some cool shit to show you in 17. I wrote, that means we'll see you in 2018. Maybe. Maybe. So there ain't nothing coming next year, people. You're not getting God of War. You're not getting Spider-Man. If Horizon bombs, what does Sony have to show for 2016 and 2017? Uncharted 4 sales in May? Come on. It's not good. It was a very interesting question. I don't know who said it, but it was a great question on Foodcast. But Crap, you said Horizon. That's a huge, oh my fucking God, if you're a Sony executive. Because if it doesn't do well, and I don't mean well, like Sony faithful will buy it. They'll buy it.
Well, hey,
Microsoft people.
What we saying, like 5 mil? 5 mil at least?
That's not getting 5 mil.
Well, the thing about that game, though, is like even though it looks very interesting, we all know how Guerrilla Games, their background and their what the heck is that word? What?
Storytelling.
Yeah, I was trying to think of an actual word to describe it, but we all know that their stories lack in creativity and actually
they have
drawing
shit
people
characters
in.
and shit storytelling. Just to say it.
Pretty much. I was trying to be nice about it, but either way, so all there really is an open world. So pretty much it's going to come down to that if that's going to be able to pull you in.
That's not even true either because like people were saying, oh, it's going to be an open world, but then the dev kind of came back and was like, well, it's kind of, sort of, might be a little linear than.
Yeah, sort of. Rise of the Tomb Raider was open world in a sort of way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be like this big GTA.
It's not like The
type
Witcher or anything like that.
Yeah, or The Witcher. Yeah, that game is like way too open world. Like, geez.
Or what about Mad Max, a game that like nobody talks about anymore?
You know what? I have that game installed and I've never played it yet.
Dude, it's actually
right. Like I want to play it, but I got so many damn games. Like I swore I would not have this backlog like I had on 360. I still have 200 games that I haven't played on 360 that I have like up on the shelf. Like,
Crap, you're never playing those.
Never say never.
I saw Mooch's like list of his
Sony needs to
backlog
change their slogan.
I saw Mooch's
from greatness awaits to on track awaits.
On track. They're on track.
It's on track.
Hey, Mooch. You know.
That's Bam's microphone.
Bam.
Oh no, actually that's the rain. It's raining hard over here. Rain coming down.
Sounds like a really long fart.
Oh no, that wasn't. Nah. Yeah, it's raining hard as hell over here.
What do you got?
Mooch, I wanted to tell you, like, you know how like there was always like this little list of exclusives that Sony fans would tweet out, right? They would be like, "Well, we've got this number, this game."
Well, it was usually a lot of like Japanese style games.
Yeah, like Nihon, Ninja. What is this? Hellblade. Well, Hellblade just got delayed. What the hell is that other one? Persona
Persona 5, Kung Fu 18. Yeah, I know all these things are coming out.
And like Ninja Theory bumped Hellblade the next year too, which wasn't even a big game. Like somebody tweeted me, DM'd me, a well-known someone who likes to stay neutral as much as possible. You know what I'm talking about. He's like, crap, do you think Sony's delaying all this stuff so that they can offset Scorpio's launch? I'm like, nobody gives a shit about Hellblade or fucking Kamasaki Dragon 18.
No.
Kamasaki Dragon. They got to stop with this.
That's the only thing that. That's the only thing they got are the ones where the. I love how we say it all the time. We even talk about it when we're on BGST. People are like, well, thank God that game's got Japan because Japan will buy it. Yeah. What?
Yeah, right.
I wish we could do that in the United States. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in crap, you'll appreciate this. Like, oh, you know what? Gears didn't do 5 million. Don't worry. Good thing Cleveland will save it. Between Cleveland and Philly, Cleveland and Philly will buy it up. No, why is it we can't say that about Microsoft games? No, Japan's not going to save Persona 5. Nothing's going to save Persona 5. Nobody wants to play it. Nobody cares.
Oh, you're gonna trigger so many people.
Trigger.
I don't even know Persona 5.
I'm going to be excited to read the comments tomorrow after this show.
You actually read the comments on my channel?
I do read the comments. You ask me that every time.
You haven't got cancer yet?
Reading the comment. Now that we all have iPhones and cell phones with like the web in front of us, that's like you eating cereal and still reading the back of the box, She-Wolf.
Some people are pretty clever, though.
Some of them are pretty interesting, and there are some people who are actually very nice to all of us.
Yes, there are. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I don't know. To all the nice people.
That's like saying there's an amazing apple tree in between a fucking landmine zone. I'm not gonna walk to the apple tree, even if it's delicious.
Last time I looked through any comments on any of Crapgamer's videos, I think when they gave me cancer, it was so bad. Like, brutal.
Yeah, everybody.
They get pretty bad.
Bam, I recommend you don't read it either, because somehow, some way, because you're on here, someone has now wished death on people you don't even know that are in your family.
Oh yeah. I know.
Like in the comments.
I'll just be looking and laughing at these fools. I ain't worried about them.
I tell people, if you want to comment to me, hit me up on Twitter, because I'm already I talk to people all the time on Twitter, and that's how you get a hold of me. That's how you tell me if you like the show.
On Twitter.
I block the people. I block the people that you're laughing that you go, oh my god, I can't believe I just read that. That's why I blocked.
Hey, you got to block them all. That's all there is to it.
They don't exist to me, She-Wolf. They don't exist.
Yeah, they're dead. They're dead to us.
They're dead to me, and there never was.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. But yeah, I got two more things that I really want to hit on real quick. Forza Horizon 3 is getting this new like snow expansion in December. Sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. On Console Corner last night we talked a little bit about it, where we did in fact find out there is snow in Australia.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Lady Foxfire just wrote, I get hate on Console Corner comments now. This is my point. This is why the comment section is insane. Lady Foxfire has never done anything.
She got hate because she called The Last Guardian an indie-looking game.
I mean, it is.
Wow, she spoke the truth.
They were like, what is it, you stupid bitch, shut the fuck up and all that. Yeah, they were mean. Like,
they were savage with it.
But it don't matter.
Cancel that movie on Netflix. We don't need that. I'm going to read the comments section tonight.
Yo, but to be fair, though, the community came out.
We can make the family Christmas news together.
The community came out to the comment section and, like, destroyed the shit out of this guy. So
what was the upside?
What was the upside?
What GKB just said, the community came back and actually stood up for Fox and completely destroyed this guy right back.
I destroyed him too.
True.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
Good. That's good.
We defend our people.
Look, I mean, nobody deserves that, and and you know what's funny is I see people sometimes get hate when they like one of my videos, which is something that I like. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously, who can you like? I would never tell people whose videos they should like or not like. So I always thought that was kind of much that people were like, man, you like that Crap Gamers videos. You know what I mean? Like, come on. There's much worse things to like. There's much worse things to like. Trust me.
No, they're liking your video as a kid to going on there and liking like an Adolf Hitler speech video.
Anyways, about this DLC, I'm super excited to see it. I'm actually really thrilled to see the snow and actually what they're going to do with it. And yesterday we were actually talking about the fact of we didn't even know that Australia got snow.
That was crazy. actually.
Yeah.
That is true. That is damn true. And not only that, this is the first time there'll be snow in a Forza game, so I'm really thrilled.
Yeah,
and
I'm excited
to see,
for it.
to see
I
how they do it.
haven't even finished much of Forza, to be honest, and it's like there's already an expansion coming out.
I'm just curious how they're going to actually do the snow effects. Like when you go into like the ocean and stuff like that on Forza Horizon 3, you actually see like the water come up onto your camera, and actually like you would think when you turn your car around how it would look, that's how it looks when you're like driving through the water and stuff. So I'm curious if they're going to take that same effect and put it to snow, or if it's going to possibly come off a little too clunky because of the fact of getting snow textures is actually kind of hard to do.
Yeah, I think the way it'll look though, She-Wolf, you know what? If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it a lot like the snow that you saw in like kind of like Drive Club, where the snow's coming down. So from a distance, it looks like flakes, but as it hits your windshield, it'll probably look a little bit more like larger blops of water, like immediately melting. So it'll look good. Don't get me wrong, that'll look very good. But I think that's the look they'll go for, because you're right. Otherwise, it won't look right.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to see how they handle the physics with snow and ice on that game.
Yeah,
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's usually like Forza nails that stuff. Like I thought they really did a good job with the wet weather when they added that in. You know what I mean? So I think they did a damn good job with that.
Yeah, they did a damn good job with that. I mean, you hit a puddle in your car hydroplanes. I mean, that's. I mean, and they have it. They have it
now
perfect
you're gonna
too.
hit black ice.
Yeah, black ice. I didn't see any black ice. What?
I said now you're going to hit black ice.
I know what you're saying. I'm just making fun of some Metallica thing.
I still got to get that game too.
Oh, you haven't got Forza Horizon 3 yet?
Oh
Nope,
man, bro.
I haven't got it yet.
Xbox.
I'm looking to get it this. I'm looking to get it this
on
week.
Sale? Wasn't it on like? Really
Yeah,
cheap?
it was only like $38 or something like that last week.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that was broke week. So
I feel you, bro.
yeah, that was broke
I've
week.
had plenty of that. Hey, we've still got like 400 watching. We're almost at 300 likes. We're like 14 away. So hit that like button. Let's get to 300.
Hit that damn like button, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Why's y'all bullshitting? Stop playing.
Let me e-bag. Let's get that up to 300. Come on. That'd be hot. That'd be the new hotness. Let's go. Okay, I got one more thing I want to talk about. Mooch might go in on this a little bit. So this Ubisoft event planner tweets out that Sony sold 2 million PS4s in 1 week, right?
How
like,
the fuck
first
would
of all,
he even know?
yeah, okay,
sorry.
listen. This was my thing, right? Like, the Sony fans were, like, crazy with this. They're like, oh, my God, it's over. Sony wins 2 million in 1 week. And this is what I said, right? I was like, okay, this guy is a UK. He's a UK Ubisoft event planner, and he comes out and tweets his bullshit, right? And, like, his name is something Gear Solid. So you know he's a fucking, even though he works at Ubisoft, that he's a fucking PlayStation fanboy, because that's synonymous with PlayStation, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the second thing I want to say is, even EA, they don't know the number of consoles sold. They're like, well, we guess it's this, right? They don't know. None of these companies know. So how the fuck would a Ubisoft UK event planner know this? Like, this is the thing that kind of pisses
gives a shit. I'm just doing over and over again. Listen, when people do that and you make no money, then you wonder why. And I don't care. Like, there was somebody who hit me up. You guys remember this a long time. This was like a year ago on Twitter. I mean, I was in an hour discussion with this person. And it was funny to use the Ron Burgundy. That escalated quickly, kind of. Like, I went at it with this person, and they're like, Mooch, how dare you say that you hope that company doesn't do well? I'm like, no, how dare that company insult half of its fucking clientele? Like, exactly. Why do I have to sit here? Do you see everybody during elections? You go down the line. It doesn't matter who. You're like, hi, what do you think about this candidate? And then everybody was just like, blah. They open their mouth and just vomit, and everything they want to say comes out of their mouth. And everyone's like, that's their God-given right. Back to you, Tom. You know, so everybody has
that Ubisoft guy acting like the Sony guys, just throwing numbers out.
Ubisoft and the other guy there who's doing the X-Bone, these guys can say whatever they want and then ask me for my money, but then me on the other side says, wait, I don't think you should say that. You're insulting people. And you know what? And in that retrospect, I would say, I'm not purchasing your product. Mooch, take it easy, will you? Somebody buy it.
Chill out.
Mooch, I know you. Take $60 out and throw it out the fucking car window next time you get upset. Don't worry about it. Just throw $60 around like you don't care. That's a song I never... Everything's going to be fine. And that's the problem. You have these same people doing the same nonsense. Listen, I got news for you. That's fine. Keep doing what you're doing. You do whatever you want. The millennials and all these people over there, you know, it's do whatever the fuck you want. they're going to get affected. Crap, they're the ones not going to get the money. Me too. We sleep fine. We still pay our taxes. Everything's good. Copacetic. We're good. So those are the ones that end up finding out. You don't believe me?
Taxes. Of course.
Oh, crap. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Just jokes.
Audit coming for tax.
Jokes.
Audit the crap. Audit
Oh,
the
here
crap.
we go. We've already got at least 100 people reporting in for it now.
Yep.
It's just jokes.
You know what? I
anybody
just
else
find
have
it funny.
thoughts on this? Yeah.
I just find it funny that all these the first 3 years, PlayStation fans was talking all they shit about Xbox fans, this, that, and the fourth. Now the tides is turning. 3 years later, we talking all our smack. We putting up the palette pictures, this, that, and the fourth. Oh, why are you doing this? What is going on here? Oh no, y'all gonna get this work. Just like y'all got on us for 3 years, we going on y'all now.
Oh yeah, we took it. I mean, that's the interesting thing about
Yeah,
Xbox
y'all gonna
people.
take it. Y'all gonna learn today.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox people can take it and dish it. PlayStation
Exactly.
fans, they're like today's like millennials, the snowflakes. They can dish it, but they can't take shit. You know what I mean?
Now all of a sudden they wanna hug and sing
No, they
Kumbaya.
don't.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yes, they find their little safe place, and then they just rock back and forth, and they take their participation trophy, and they're like, "Sony's number one."
What's their safe place? Just staring at their PlayStation because they ain't playing no games?
Exactly. They got a poster of Yoshida wearing a suit that's too big, and that's they
Wow.
stare at it, and they rock back and forth, and they're like,
Must be
"Best
nice.
place to play, the best place to play." Sony, you know what I mean? They just
On
say
track awaits. On track
exactly,
awaits.
exactly.
That's what we going. That's the new slogan.
For me, I just think that it's unprofessional, like especially
Very.
to kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like even because I just think that it's stupid too. Like this guy is kind of an idiot or whatever. So GKB, any thoughts on this guy going out there spouting 2 million?
Yeah, it sounds like he was talking to like one of his boys, and he's like, "Yo, man, did you hear? Like, I think Sony like sold like 2 million." He like just goes and posts that shit. Yeah, Sony sold 2 million. Blah blah blah. It's like the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Dude, where did you get this? Did you pull this shit out of your ass? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you know what? And he's like, his exact tweet was something like, that Watch Dogs 2 promotion effect or some shit. Watch Dogs 2 was like the biggest flop ever. So I'm like half of me is thinking this is a fucking joke. And some of the tweets that I saw in response to this was that Ron Burgundy thing where he's like, "I don't believe you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, like this thing could just end up being a joke, and people are really like running with this, thinking that it's like legit.
Well,
But I
then you
think-
see like all the articles like with Microsoft winning like Black Friday and all that kind of stuff too, and I'm still like,
Yeah.
well, where did you get that number from, man?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
like
what I'm trying to
it's
figure
going to be
out.
interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. Like this upcoming. We'll know. Like, is it going to be a mayonnaise party, or am I going to sound all depressed and
Oh
shit?
man,
in
I
that
hope it's a
video?
mayonnaise party. Man.
Yeah, you still got to get
Party
Fox
too, man.
to help out with that.
Yeah, come on, Fox. Come on,
Yeah.
come on. That's what I'm
Fox,
saying. I voted,
Scrapnesia.
Just
I
a
voted-
little mo.
You guys are gonna make me scared about like watching the shows.
I voted for you, Fox, multiple times.
Oh my god, guilt trip.
I
man.
voted for you, Team Fox. Let's go. Okay. So with that, we'll do some outros. Mooch, what do you got
Yes.
going on?
Yes, without the oops. Here's what we're gonna do. We got of course, and
What?
Mooch
Crossfire.
and Crap Sunday morning, 11 a.m. I believe on my channel, and we are giving away a
No,
year.
my channel.
Oh, that's right. No, is it? Yeah.
No, it's my channel. Yeah.
Damn it.
No, I thought it was.
No,
Is that the
you- no, it's
my
podcast? Is that the
channel.
podcast that don't get a lot of
It's
views?
Crap.
Is that the one?
Yeah. That's
Hey, we're
Oh,
number
okay.
50. We're in the top 50 on iTunes though. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You on track? So you on track,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
Sony?
We're
Okay.
all,
All
our
right. All
podcast
right.
is on track. I'm loving it.
Right.
Like
On
McDonald's.
track.
Come on. Exactly. And shout out to the
Hell
guy
yeah.
who invented the Big Mac who died
And,
today.
and one more, yeah, exactly. One more shout out to J Dubs, whose birthday is today.
Whose
Shout out
birthday
to them.
today? Yes,
Yeah,
J
happy
Dubs.
birthday,
J
Jay.
Dubs.
Happy
AKA
birthday.
Graphic God.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Good job. GKB, thank you,
Yo.
brother, for setting this up and helping us out tonight. Like this show was an absolute blast tonight.
Oh
it
my
looks
God,
great.
So fun, bro.
It was funny as hell. Thank you very much. What do you got going on, man?
Oh man, we got Shop Podcast. I might be doing something with food tomorrow. I'm not sure. I gotta hit him up and see what's going on with that. Yeah, we got Shop. What else we got to do? Toys for Tots. We're doing the drive for Toys for Tots. Please, everybody, go out and
Oh yeah.
give some kids like some toys this Christmas. It'd be awesome. There's donation places all over. It's a really good cause. Please go out
And
and
if
do
you
that.
prove that you donated, there will be a prize
Yep.
that
Ooh.
Zaz
Yes.
is coming up with. So
So
Take a
donate.
picture.
You should do it anyway. Just donate. Come on.
Yeah, donate. Help people out less fortunate.
We got the video game awards, the Console Corner video game awards. We already got like a shit ton of votes already, and it's only been up like a couple of hours. So thank you very much for that. So we can't wait to do that show. We're giving away trophies and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be fun. And some other cool stuff coming on.
Awesome, man. Yeah, like I might be on the Shop podcast this Saturday because he asked me. Yeah, so
same here. I might be. I'm not sure if I'll be home Saturday night, but if I am, I will be there as well.
Xbox Nation take over on the Shop podcast.
It could be pretty cool. What a way to kick things off and kind of kickstart his stuff again. You know what I mean? Because I know he's been having some problems lately.
Up and downs, man.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to help kickstart it off with some star power. Hopefully Mooch can make it too, because those Mooch maniacs are crazy.
Maniacs, they come in droves.
They are. Like Mooch, you'll back me up, right? Like when the Mooch maniacs call into MSC Mornings, they're all like, "Holy shit, it's Mooch! I love you, Mooch!" Woo!
Yeah.
And
when the Mooch maniacs, what they call them, they do. They're like, Mooch, this question's for you, dude. This question's for you. And then when crowds are like, I'm a crapaholic.
Yeah.
And well, hold on a second. Wait, my right foot just fell off a ledge. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, no, I'm embellishing. No, crap. Your fans are very loyal. Trust me, they are.
They are, but it's funny as hell. And She-Wolf, what do you got going on?
Well, seems GKB pretty much just said it all. I guess you can find me. Yeah,
on the couch again. God damn it.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
I guess you can find me on Twitter and Xbox Live at XSheWolfX with a U, not an O, and you can find me on Console Corner and then back here on Xbox Nation. I guess that's about it.
And you did a really good Ladies Night show the other day too, so people should go check that out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I thought that was
absolutely
really well done. That was a really good panel too. So that's probably one of the most underrated shows going on right now. So
that'll be coming, and not next Monday, but the Monday after will be the next Ladies Night. It's a every other week thing. So
okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Ladies Night.
Yeah, exactly. And Hell Hammer, what do you got going on, bro? Because he promised me last week. Hey, he promised me last week. He's like, yeah, man, I'm going to get that video out this weekend.
Yeah.
But didn't he promise that the week before?
Yes. That been going for like 4 months now?
What's going on?
I'm taking the PlayStation approach to this.
Exposed. Oh, shit.
Oh, damn, Hellhammer. So what's going on, bro?
Oh, not much. I'll be back on here next week, and I can also be found on Twitter.
Okay, X Hellhammer, right?
Yep.
Awesome. And I want to thank Def Jam Bam and his soundbar. What's up, dude? Appreciate you stopping by.
Who, me? Ah, man, I'm just a regular guy. Thank you, man. Thanks, Craps. Thanks for having me on here, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully I can come back on here again.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm see if I can try to get on Mooch's, Crossfire Friday. Just throw that out there. But, yeah.
He's just trying to hack all them podcasts.
Nice.
Hey, if I could get on everybody's, why not?
The BAM takeover.
I show love to everybody who show love to me, so.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget to vote for Bam. He's on Funniest Community Member.
Yeah, he is.
The awards.
Oh, shit. I'm on here.
He's on
man.
there.
I'm about to shed a tear right now. Just right now.
Wow, does anybody actually look at the stuff we post?
I did.
Really?
I retweeted it and I voted.
I am actually going to go look at it right after this podcast.
And I voted at least.
I was
20
knocked
times,
out all day.
Crap, voted 20 times.
I did. So
basically,
GKB. GKB.
I just want to say,
go ahead, man.
Find me on Twitter, BamBam86, and that's it.
All right, awesome.
All yours.
GKB. So what do I do now, because this is new to me?
Just hit stop streaming, bro.
I just hit stop streaming, even though this thing only says that we've been live for an hour and 33 minutes, but we've obviously been well over 2 hours.
It'll catch up, bro. Don't worry.
Okay,
Hope y'all enjoy the show.
So, hey,
Until next time.
Guys.
Thank you. Rack 'em up.
Good night.
Later.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Hell yeah.